Okay, so last time we finished up the fourth case and got Natsume Soseki proved innocent of his crime. And then from there was a bit of a time skip forward, and now we're picking up with the pawn shop that Herlock Sholmes frequents, because we've run into Gina. And there is some guy here who we have to figure out what his deal is as well. Yes, you. That's who I remember. Okay. Oh god, had I decided on a voice for you? If I did, I don't remember it. So you're getting a new voice now, if that's the case. Teehee. Oh. Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. What's your problem, eh? There is no problem as long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve. Okay. This man's is really out here going like, I will beat up a child, okay? Look, ain't it obvious? I ain't done talking with him yet. If you think you're such a gent, you should know how to wait in line. Well, you're an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket. Eh? Who are you? How do you know who I am? The question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy to even remember the faces of your victims, it seems. What? You mean from you? Broker. Yes, sir? I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you. No. Yes. The article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once. Oh, my. No, that's a lie. What are you trying to pull? Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to say, any music box discs, too. No, you can't have it. You just can't. It's my old man's, or it was. Now it's mine. Goodness, Mr. Naruhodo. This is a very awkward situation. Yes. I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. Hi, Gina. Miss Lestrade, is what the gentleman is saying... What do you think? It's all lies, ain't it? Obviously. I swear on my life, I ain't never laid eyes on that dandy before. Let's hear it now, you little ragamuffin. You stole it, didn't you? That ticket you brought in here just now. No, I swear to God. It was barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street, minding my own business, when this little gutterling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened. I've been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched pickpockets. Yet again? Oh yes, as you can see, I'm a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time that I've been targeted by these back-slum scoundrels. Now then, relinquish my overcoat. Ugh. Come along now, Miss Lestrade. Give the good gentleman his coat back. If you're going to cause trouble, I shall have no choice but to call the police. Hold on! Why does everyone think it's me? Just look at this dandy cove. Do you think I'm the dodgy one? I'm sorry, but no one's going to believe you. Well, what about evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence that I've stolen something, eh? Come on, let's see it. Oh, I have evidence, naturally. You what? Let's hear it. Evidence that the article Mrs. Stroud redeemed actually belongs to this gentleman? Of course, we need only consult Mr. Winnebake's ledger to know the truth. We'll be able to look up the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place. Oh yes, brilliant! I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. Oh? I never ask customers' names. That's a strict policy of mine. But why not? Well, now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. A great many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity. Blech, there we go. Hello, Lamp! How are you today? Yes, I see. But then, how can you know if an article belongs to the person asking to redeem it? Oh, it's quite simple. Good sir, might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question? Of course, it's... Professor. God, I hate how he Jojo poses. Good to hear, Lamp. I was playing Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life for like the past 2 to 3 hours before starting a stream. That's why I forgot to refill my water bottle. Yes, this man, he exists. Hello. Yes, that's right, and all the evidence we need. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article, without doubt. A watchword, interesting. So, what about these watchwords, Mr. Windibank? As I just explained, I never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. There are many reasons why. Certain customers would like to keep their activities secret. That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Sholmes now, was it? Great detectives have no dark secrets, not at all! Yes, well, anyway, that's why I always ask for a watchword whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault. The date of deposit, a description, and a watchword uniquely identify each item. And of course, then I give the storage ticket to the customer. When someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword. And if that someone tells you the correct watchword, you return the article. That's right, sir. Yes, just as soon as the requisite fee is paid. And I have supplied you with the information you require already, but for the avoidance of doubt, the article in question is an overcoat deposited 2 months ago on the 15th of February. With the watchword of Professor. All perfectly correct information, sir. But how? Really, this is beyond a joke now. There is no further room for doubt. I guess we have to examine and speak with him. Yeah. Oh, and Mr. Windibank's here too. Oh, he doesn't have anything new to say, so let's speak with you. Picture postcard gentleman. Excuse me, but who are you? One would expect the inquirer to introduce himself first. Though clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you. Oh, sorry, yes, we're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here. Oh yes, Japan. I've heard talk of the place. Oh my god. Its inhabitants live on some fiery, brown-colored soup dressed up with exotic spices. What? You might be thinking of somewhere else. And what was that theatrical gesticulation about? Perhaps. Anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first before inquiring after the name of another. Oh, of course, yes, I'm Yonosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer, well, student of law, really. My name is Hisato Mikotoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's assistant. I see. My name is Benedict. Yes, Eggert Benedict. He's just a fucking breakfast food. Now I'm hungry. It's been a while since I've had Eggs Benedict. That would be nice. I'll ask my fiance to make some for me. Enchanted. He's so refined in how he holds himself and how he speaks, but that name is suspicious. Now to the matter at hand. Oh god. My overcoat. Return it at once to someone with the style to carry it off. Ugh. Every move he makes, every breath he takes. I can't stand watching him. That's a song lyric reference. Oh, you haven't tried Eggs Benedict, Luma? Not Luma, Lamp. Oh, fuck. Why am I thinking Luma? I know why, because I was playing Story Season for this, and there's a sugar star ore thing. It makes me think of Luma every time because of star bits. So let that be the end to the matter. And thank you for your custom, Mr. Eggert Benedict, sir. god. He looks so awkward with that dark coat. With such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back. This is why I hate grown-ups. Just because I'm a diver, everyone thinks that makes me a liar. And the contents of the coat pockets, if you please, broker. But of course, sir. Here's the disc for you. Just this one. Pardon, sir? I was expecting another. That is, I deposited another. Another disc? Oh dear. I regret to inform you, sir, that what was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. The disc happened to be one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now. So, Gutterling, you're hiding more of what's rightfully mine, are you? Says who, eh? I don't know nothing about it. Very well. Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to Stud. Wait a minute, that disc is mine. Ugh, what do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal. Oh my, yes, there's blood on the disc. It's because of all those sharp little bumps. That man must have scratched his finger on them. I found it first, alright. I mean, it belonged to me old man. So you're not having it? Oh wait, you take it. Me? If I hang on to it, they'll have it off me again. So you keep hold of it. Miss Lestrade, why is this disc so important to her? Never tried. Eggs Benedict is very good. You should try it sometime, Lamp. The music box disc has been entered into the court record. A metal disc used to play music in a mechanical music box. The piece of music, which remains unidentified, is stored on the disc by means of small protrusions. You there in the black livery? Hand that disc to me at once, please. No, don't! He's lying! Grown-ups are all liars! What do I do now? How am I going to resolve this? Firstly, I suppose we should check the record. Can we look at the blood? Yes. Look at all the little bumps on the disc. They're so tiny. Yes, the protrusions are called pins, and they plug the teeth of the comb to make notes. And just on the edge, there's a small amount of blood. Yes, the blood of the mysterious Mr. Egbert Benedict. When Miss Lestrade tried to grab the disc from him, the pin scratched his fingers, it seems. Like when you're grating some daikon radish and accidentally catch a finger. Ouch! Just thinking about it hurts, and puts me off eating radish. I cannot. Can I rotate it? Yes, I can rotate it. Woo! Something on the back. Oh! Oh, there's a little scrap of paper stuck onto the reverse side of the disc. Look! And a scribbled word or two. It looks like somebody's name. For McGilded? McGilded? It couldn't be! But it is, Mr. Naruhodo. A name I shall never forget for as long as I live. But why? Why is his name on this? Music box discs information has been updated in the court record. Metal disc used to play music in a mechanical music box. On the reverse side is a note that reads for McGilded. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. I can't converse. I guess I'll have to examine each one again. Wow, Miss Lestrade is really looking daggers at the mysterious gentleman. We need to do something to calm things down before she loses control and attacks him again. What about you? Look at those piercing eyes. He's clearly in no mood to talk. We have to do something quickly before this mysterious gentleman leaves to fetch the police or something. Mr. Winnebeck is clearly at a loss here. We have to do something about this before he reaches for that revolver of his. Alright, I can pick up on the context clues. Yep, he's still here. Alright, alright. Mr. Sholmes, what are you examining with such keen interest there? As you enjoy a bar of caramel, I see? Are you okay? So, you've found me at last, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to lurk in the shadows. Cruelly ostracized, as the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of fellowship.
I had nothing to occupy my mind, but was too ashamed to let society see what my downfall had done to me. So, feigning mock interest, I pretended to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place. Whilst, as you shrewdly observed, gnawing on the only friend I have left, this 7% solution of caramel. Pray, do claim to understand the depths of my despair, Mr. Naruhodo, but how could you? I was so lonely, so desperately lonely. Then, why on earth didn't you rejoin the conversation? Things have gone from bad to worse here, you know. Yes, I overheard much of your conversation. Or rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every word that was uttered. You really were sad, weren't you?
Poor Mr. Sholmes, I feel simply awful for you.
It would seem that my inferences are correct.
Oh, surely you're not about to tell us that you've solved the entire case once again?
My dear madam, sometimes I wonder, were my genius for deduction to be commoditized, how much could I pawn it for? It seems Mr. Sholmes has had another of his flashes of inspiration, but who knows if it'll help to resolve the situation between Miss Lestrade and the mysterious gentleman. What's the right thing to do here? Let's listen.
Help him? No, help us for having to deal with Sholmes.
Well, Miss Lestrade, it would appear you find yourself in something of a predicament. Shit, where the boot boys have you been, eh? Pardon? When a lady's in trouble, a Chujin's supposed to be there to help. Straight away, not an hour later. Harsh. And who, pray tell, are you? Mr. Eggert Benedict, you have, in my eyes, a veritably encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn. I beg your pardon. The first is this. The true reason for your visit to this pawnbrokery today is something you have not yet revealed. And the second is this. A considerable crime is in contemplation, one you will orchestrate with the intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions? How? He's turned white as a hard-boiled egg. Hard-boiled eggs. I love hard-boiled eggs. They're great. Especially if you season them with a little bit of salt and pepper. Delicious. Oh, good.
It was him that once again Mr. Sholmes has made a flawless deduction.
Just who do you think you are, sir? Ah, yes, as I hoped. That is precisely the pained expression I was looking for. So, shall we begin? The time has come for yet another Herlock Sholmes Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. The Great Deduction. The game is afoot. Topic 1. The Mystery Man's Aim. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you have ventured to this pawnbrokery today. You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to the shop in the first place is the staff recruitment flyer. The piece of paper in your hand is a staff wanted advertisement from this very shop. Yet even the most unobservant would soon realize that a man of your appearance has no need of such employ. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane which you unwittingly clutch to your person exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. Whatever rot, I've had this cane for years. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the missing ferrule, sorry. The end of any walking cane would be terminated with a metal ferrule to protect the wooden tip. And yet detailed analysis shows the wooden tip of this stick to be utterly bare. Therefore, there is only one conclusion. The rod that you hold in your hand, which appears to be a walking cane, is in fact no cane at all. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? Aye. And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer of the next conundrum to present itself. Nay, Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. From the moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused. What walking cane demands such a stout handle? Mused I. But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. No, that's rod. Is the broken handle of a shovel. It's a sword cane. No, he's gonna kill us all. Are you insane? And no, having determined this undeniable truth, the conclusion is clear. Your true motive for coming here was to take employment at this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premises. What a calculated crime you have conceived, sir. A wickedly calculated crime. Conclusion. To tunnel underneath the pawnbrokery. Topic 2. The Great Crime. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath this pawnbrokery with a broken shovel. What on earth do you propose I could expect to find there? Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose? Save for such a fanciful theory, what possible reason could I have to do as you say? Oh, but there is ample reason. As you're only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this and covertly dig beneath its floor. The answer is revealed by the council notice on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. This letter gives notice of public works to be carried out in the local area. And according to the enclosed plan of the upcoming sewerage works, beneath this shop runs a sewer that adjoins another, one that runs under the bank on the opposite side of the road. This madness has entered the sewers now, has it? By excavating the ground beneath our feet, you would gain access to the waterway that flows in very close proximity to the great vault of the financial institution opposite. What are you? In summary, sir, you devised a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery by dint of the underground tunnels. My master plan? Oh, that was a nice spin. I like that. Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. With what plunder did the thief hope to make off from the underground vault to the bank? Are you quite serious? Having consulted with the Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer. But naturally, the answer is no secret to you, is it, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know. A postcard of the Great Exhibition. I'm afraid you quite lost me. Currently in the final stage of preparation, the Great Exhibition will soon be underway, and the government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. Funds that currently sit in the vault to the bank on the other side of this road. Pardon? Yes, the considerable crime you have been contemplating is the theft of that which sits in the vault of that bank, the special reserve funds for the Great Exhibition. Of course, that is top secret police information, so keep it under your hat, please. Sholmes? I think you've just done the opposite of what you asked us to do. Nobody here knew that was a thing until you mentioned it. Oh, I forgot to list the final dialogue. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this pawnbroking puzzle. Yeah, nobody knew that, sir. You just revealed a fuck ton of confidential police information. Mr. Sholmes. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, an impressively upbeat deduction for a detective racked with loneliness, would you not agree? Was it true what you said about that bank over the road and what it has in its vault? Indeed. Though few know of its existence, it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. Gregson told me in the strictest of confidence.
But you just announced it to everyone here. Rather loudly, in fact.
Ah. And if it's such a big secret, how would Mr. Benedict have come to find out about it? There can be but one explanation for that. Clearly it is because the man is a criminal!
But what if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? If he is a criminal, as you said, then buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does now that you revealed the secret.
Ah. Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Windibank will. He already has plenty of shovels here, after all.
Oh, my life, I assure you, I'm not so unscrupulous.
Well. Hopefully this has taught you a valuable lesson. Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost of care. One can never be sure that someone privy to secrets won't disclose them, and once the word is out, it's out. Perhaps I'll think twice before confiding in you next time, Mr. Sholmes. An excellent idea, Miss Naruhodo, an excellent idea. Ah, ha, ha, ha.
Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, you know what to do, I'm sure.
Yes, let's listen to that great deduction again and see if we can massage it into shape.
I'm gonna need to finish my snack. And by finish, I mean start. I have a banana. My fiance's out grocery shopping right now. And I specifically made sure that we have more bananas on the list. Because he's taken to doing smoothies because it's so fucking hot. And it's like, oh man, this is great. Whenever I don't want to think about how hot it is outside. But at the same time, we go through frozen fruit and fresh fruit so fucking fast because of it. And yogurt. Because he likes to add yogurt into it too. Right, back on topic.
Very well then, let us start once more from the beginning. Of Herlock Sholmes' magnificent, logic and reasoning spectacular. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Topic 1, the mystery man's aim. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you have ventured to this pawnbrokery today. You claim to have followed this pickpocketeer, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is a staff recruitment flyer. So, as by Mr. Sholmes' reasoning, Mr. Benedict came here in order to apply for a job so he could dig down through the floor?
Yes, in an attempt to tunnel to the sewers to gain access to the money in the vault to the bank across the road. But he wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, would he?
No, I think it's fair to say his motives lie elsewhere. The question is, where? What did bring Mr. Benedict here at this particular point in time?
Let's see. Oh. Scribbled writing. That looks like a picture of Miss Lestrade. Oh. Look at all the scribbled notes in the back of the flyer here.
I don't believe it.
What is it?
Listen to what it says. Name, Gina Lestrade, height 5'2", green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel ragged. It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade.
Goodness!
He's even a sketch of her, hat and all. Although if he showed it to her, she'd fire that smoke grenade launcher in his face for sure.
And look, the details of the shop have been written down here too. Windibank's Pawnbrokery, Baker Street, redemption deadline 15th of April.
Which is today's date. Why would Mr. Benedict have all that information scrawled on the back of that piece of paper?
Info about Miss Lestrade. This is what we're looking for.
Take that!
Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the info about Miss Lestrade. Quite so, my dear fellow. It would appear that the writing and sketch on the reverse of the flyer pertain to the pickpocket, Miss Lestrade, and to Mr. Windibank's pawnbrokery here. You originally told us that you had merely given chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you. But that, sir, is a thinly veiled lie. It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today, by which I mean here to Winnipegg's pawnbrokery, and today the redemption deadline of that overcoat. So you waited outside for the young girl, matching the description you have written down, to arrive. Humph. And you have gone to some lengths to hide the reason for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane which you unwittingly clutched to your person exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. What's utter rot? I've had this cane for years. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the missing ferrule. What's a ferrule?
It's the metal cap commonly found on the end of a cane, Mr. Nahodo.
The bit that makes the nice clacking sound on the pavement?
Yes, exactly. And Mr. Sholmes is right. It appears to be missing on this cane. But it doesn't actually...
Oh, but it doesn't actually look broken, does it?
No, it doesn't. But the gentleman certainly did recoil when Mr. Sholmes identified the cane as suspicious.
In other words, there's some secret about the cane Mr. Benedict would rather we don't know.
It is the initials here.
Take that!
The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the initial. A most astute observation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Eggert Benedict? We are led to believe, sir, that your initials are E.B. Yet in a most possessive manner, you have in your grasp a cane bearing the initials A and G. An incontrovertible contradiction indeed, would you not agree? No, you're wrong. This cane isn't... You said before that you had that cane for years. So don't try to tell us that you just borrowed it from a friend or found it in the park. In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name. You recoil, sir, is something wrong? Aye. And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer to the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle which you evidently would like to conceal is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. Let's consider the bare bones of what's happened here. Miss Lestrade redeemed that fine-looking overcoat, and now a mysterious man has appeared, introducing himself with a fake name, and claiming that the overcoat belongs to him.
But we know that he actually identified Miss Lestrade from a written description, which suggests that everything else he's told us is untrue.
So what we need to do here is somehow prove that the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him.
Let's see. Style chat. Oh, look at you.
Take that!
The split seam which you evidently would like to conceal is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit. Having forced it over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart. My suspicions were aroused from the outset. When you so boldly lied about your name and so boldly waylaid this pickpocket. This catalogue of untruths has all been for one very specific purpose. To steal the article that the young girl redeemed from Mr. Winnipeg. Very dramatic spin. We love it. What really irks me is this. The considerable crime I initially imagined has been considerably curtailed. So now we've got to change course. Conclusion, to abscond with a redeemed item. Solved. Next up, topic 2, the great crime. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For I must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, gentlemen, designed a wheeze to filch some tawdry article of pawnage. Have you forgotten that I redeemed the article in the proper manner using the watchword? God. Had I not been the one to deposit it in the first place? How could I possibly have known the relevant details? Oh, God, n'est-ce pas? I'm just gonna go with that. N'est-ce pas? Oh, but the watchword can be discovered. As you're only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider how one might come to learn a secret watchword relating to the pawned property of another. The method is revealed by the council notes on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn.
The direction of the deduction must change rather dramatically now, I think.
Yes, no more talk of tunneling into the sewers. Which is a pity because it all sounded rather exciting. Anyway, you can't deny that this mysterious gentleman did know the watchword.
Yes, Professor. If you didn't know that word, Mr. Winnebago would never allow you to redeem the article.
Or looking at it another way, if you did know that word, Mr. Winnebago would allow you to redeem the article whether it was yours or not. So the question is, could the gentleman have found the watchword out somehow?
Yes, he could have. And let's see. Can I rotate? No up or down. Oh, notelet. What is this?
Look at this, Mrs. Sato.
Ah, it appears to be a memo that Mr. Winnebago has scribbled to himself.
Let's see. What does it say? Oh, Professor.
Alright, come on, guys. Put it together.
Mr. Winnebago must make a note of the watchwords his customers give him right before their eyes. And an alarmingly clear script as well.
Oh, dear. I don't know where to look. Who knows what other secrets I might see? So then that means it must be this. The notelet.
The method is revealed by the notelet on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whenever a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks the customer for the watchword and notes down the response uttered on a notelet he has to hand. Then he consults his ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches that of the article in question. I would expect nothing less of a diligent pawnbroker.
Oof, if you heard any, pulling noise, it's because the cat scratched me earlier and I finally decided I wanted to remove the band-aid. So I was slowly taking that off. I didn't realize I was making noises as I did it.
But his diligence clearly has its disadvantages. What are you talking about? It is increasingly apparent that you were present in the shop before your accusation against Miss Lestrade. In all likelihood, you followed her inside and then observed her talking to Mr. Winnebago. When the diligent broker made a note of the watchword, as is his common practice, you observed him writing the word professor on the notelet. Oh, sorry, it's Ryunosuke this time. They keep finishing each other's sentences. How gay can you be? You observed him writing the word professor on the notelet beside the ledger. And that, sir, was the master plan you devised to steal the pawned article from the young Miss Lestrade. My master plan. Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. Why would you go to such lengths to redeem that particular article from this pawnbroker? Are you quite serious? For an ill-fitting overcoat hardly seems to justify the effort, much less a worthless music box disc. But naturally, you had very good reason to make them yours, didn't you, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know.
No, it doesn't.
The articles we're talking about are the overcoat and the music box disc that was in one of the pockets.
Which, according to Mr. Winnebago, isn't even worth a penny.
And yet this man went to such lengths to steal them. Why?
I wonder if perhaps we already have the evidence we need to explain it, Mr. Naruhodo.
Could we? Really? I better have a thorough look through all the evidence we've collected so far.
It's this.
Take that!
You see, this music box disc tells us all that we need to know. What's that on the back? It reads, for Ah, Mr. Magnus McGilded, the unfortunate philanthropist who perished in curious circumstances at the Old Bailey 2 months ago. A prominent man in London, though his lone-mongering demonstrated a distinct lack of scruples. So, you're an associate of his, are you? Or perhaps a subordinate? Mr. McGilda was a man of unusually small stature. In fact, he was precisely the right size for that overcoat that you've squeezed yourself into. Your true identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Eggert Benedict. But the final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason you came to this pawnbrokery today was to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded.
We got him, lads.
Conclusion: to acquire an item deposited by Mr. McGilded. Solved. Deduction complete. Elementary.
Fellas, is it gay to be the Watson to somebody's Sherlock Holmes? Or I guess Wilson to someone's Sherlock Holmes?
Well, well, Mr. Magnus McGilded. Not a name I expected to hear in these circumstances.
Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind.
Pray tell, Mrs. Soto.
Well, according to what Miss Winnebeck told us earlier, today was the final day on which the coat could have been redeemed, was it not?
Oh, yes, ma'am, that is correct. Today would be precisely 2 months since it was first deposited. Well, today's the 15th of April, so 2 months ago today
would have been the 15th of February, so that's right. It's all carefully recorded in my ledger. Deposited at 10:30 p.m., I see.
What? But that suggests...
Yes, the 15th of February.
It's precisely the day on which the omnibus murder took place.
And 10:30 in the evening is precisely the time at which the terrible events were unfolding.
Suggestive is not the word. It would seem the matter is entirely beyond coincidence. You are, of course, at liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose. However...
Oh, my. Goodness. I did not expect the cane to disappear into a gun.
I must insist you hand over the music box disc now. It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box. What do I do? Absolutely not. Shoot me, I fucking dare you. There's some things a man must protect at all costs. This may well be one of those things. Then again, it may not. Mr. Windibank, this is my shop. I can't allow any harm to come to my customers. If that were to happen, I should have to take my own life. Mr. Windibank, no. All right, that's enough. Oh, Gregson. Inspector Gregson. Inspector. That's right, Sunshine. The alarm was raised on one of our dedicated emergency lines. So we got here as fast as we could. Now, what's all this about, eh? Oh, praise be, you're here at last. I was moments away from forfeiting my own life in my very own establishment. It would seem you have the upper hand.
Ooh, the code is off now.
Right, you lot have got some explaining to do. I don't appreciate being bothered with some petty argy-bargy. Argy-bargy?
Patty! Mr. Windibank very nearly met with his end.
Yeah, by his own gun as far as I can tell. Oh dear. And the whole Burton could meet with its end if I don't get to the bottom of this case I'm supposed to be working on. What? What on earth is the case, Inspector? Spare no detail, Gregson! I might have said a little too much. No matter, it's nothing to do with you lot. Anyway, so you're gonna have to come with me down to the station. But of course, Inspector.
I want chips. Oh, Jesus.
He's getting away! Get after him, lads! Whistle the beat officer too! Sir!
I want chips, and by that I mean fries. I guess I could also eat chips, but like I prefer fries to potato chips any day. Oh.
There's been a spate of thefts at pawn shops around here recently, so we've had emergency buttons underneath the counters for brokers to let us know when there's trouble.
Oh, Inspector, I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed.
Now then, Mr. Permanently in mourning. Oh, yes? I'll be taking that whatever it is that Mr. McGill is down to the yard, thank you very much. So I hand it over. Oh, yes, of course.
No, don't give it to him. It's mine that is mine.
I'm sorry, miss, but anything belonging to McGill has to be taken as evidence now. As evidence? If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. And so we handed Miss McGilda's disc over to Inspector Gregson, and were summarily turfed out of the shop and onto the street.
Oh goodness. Hello. Robert Luther, thank you very much for the follow. What should I call you? Robert? Luther? Rob? What would you prefer? Bob, even? Let's see, we're going here. Oh wait, I already said. Yes, it's back is what I'm looking for. The 15th of April, Baker Street.
See? That's why I hate grown-ups. Holidays feed you pack of lies and take stuff away from you. Oh really, Miss Lestrade, tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm? What?
Oh, why, surely you were given that.
Yeah, the D let me keep it, after I looked daggers at him for long enough. It went through the pockets and said, go on then, have it, before telling me to scarp her. Always pays off giving people a look like you ate them. Can't help feeling that it's going to get you into serious trouble one day. What I really wanted was that nice shiny disc mind.
The music box disc?
But Mr. Windibank said it was practically worthless. I think I'm going to go and have another bash, give him a long, hard stare. I think not, Miss Lestrade. We shan't enter Windibank again today. Why not? That's not fair. It can't be helped, I'm afraid. The police are investigating the scene now and taking a statement from Mr. Windibank. But that disc's mine. I had a ticket for this coat and it was in the coat's pocket. There should be something else and all. That's what that rotten cove said, ain't it? Yes, he did mention something about another article, didn't he? Well then, that's mine too. Whatever it is. No, she's really pushing her luck. Miss Lestrade, I think it's time to admit defeat. You've had your haul for the day. Yeah, and it's all your fault, Shums. So what are your plans now? Will you dine with us this evening? I would be delighted to cook, I'm sure, and I might entertain with a modest violin recital. No, No. Why'd I come round to your place, eh? Are you lost your head or something?
Away she goes! Off into the wilderness. Oh dear, she's gone.
Having reviled on me quite unnecessarily, I might add. I can't help wondering if perhaps she might turn up anyway. Interesting. Once she's had a chance to calm down, I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come. Very well then. I'll inform Iris to set a place for our potential guests at the dinner table this evening. And one more thing. I should be glad of your company later too. Sorry? I believe I will have a rather splendid surprise to show you.
Oh, how exciting! What is it?
You shall have to wait and see, Mrs. Soto. Until later then.
Anything new to examine out here? No. Doesn't look like it. Where are we supposed to go? Okay, I guess we just go straight there. So that way it progresses the plot. 15th of April, 3:46 p.m. Shulm's Suite.
Aunt Susie and Runo, come in, come in!
Oh, good afternoon, Iris.
Thank you so much for breakfast this morning. Oh, don't mention it. Goodness, look at the time already.
Busy as always.
I am. I'm preparing everything for dinner this evening.
Oh, ready? You're obviously cooking something special, are you?
Oh, yes. After all, we have a special guest joining us. Guess who it is? Go on. You'll never guess.
Oh, look at those little eyes of hers shining.
Oh dear, it is awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it?
It's Ginny! Isn't that exciting?
Oh, what a surprise! Yes, that's wonderful news. Wow, Iris seems overjoyed at the idea.
I can't wait to learn some pickpocketing tips from a real professional.
Oh, yes, that does sound like fun.
I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate.
Are you, Mr. Naruhodo? By the way, Iris, what's Mr. Shulm's up to? Oh no, is he brooding again?
Hurley? Oh, he's been like that ever since he got back.
Hello, Mr. Shulms? I beg that you won't speak to me. Sorry? I don't know who you are, but kindly take your leave. As you can see, I'm not here. I don't know how to respond to that.
I do apologize. When he gets like this, he's completely oblivious to everything.
Yes, I see.
Really, he behaves just like a child sometimes, Hurley does.
Mr. Shulms and Iris have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they?
Yes, except that Iris is clearly the parent here. Oh, come to think of it, I wonder where her real parents are.
What's the matter, Runo? You have ever such a funny look on your face.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
I know what it is. Why does this girl live here with Mr. Shulms, you wondering? Am I right?
How? How did you?
Oh, Runo, I can read you like a book.
Oh, this girl is dangerous.
Don't worry, you can ask me anything. I won't mind.
The forbidden lore. Ginny.
So, by Ginny, you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from the Gilded case 2 months ago, right?
Yes, who also stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Although, after that trial, I invited her back here and we had dinner together. And now we're the best of friends. Oh, what a lovely tale. Yes, now if I bump into her on the street, she runs away as fast as she can.
Oh.
And I chase after her down the back alleys.
Interesting idea of friendship.
And then I let her have the latest color of smoke grenade I've developed.
Oh?
There are so many beautiful colors in the world. Ginny wants me to make a whole rainbow.
I suppose this means you've let Miss Lestrade keep the smoke grenade launcher, have you?
Yes, that's right. I got bored of it anyway. Hurley always reacts the same way when I shoot him with it now.
Poor Hurley.
Oh, I can't wait for Ginny to arrive, or Ginny to arrive. It's been too long since she last came over. I'm so excited.
I just hope she does actually come.
And then living with Shulms.
I'm sure you've been wondering why it is that I live here with Hurley, haven't you?
Well, it has crossed my mind, that and where are your real parents?
My mommy and daddy aren't with me anymore. Mommy passed away when I was born, and at around the same time, my father, well, he had to go to a faraway land because of one of the cases he and Hurley were working on.
Oh. Wait a minute. Did you say he and Hurley?
Yes! Daddy and Hurley were always solving mysterious cases together.
She didn't mention that before.
He wrote them all up in his diaries. That's what's in the middle chest over there.
Really? He recorded them all?
So, you mean it's true? Mr. Sholmes really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of his most taxing cases? Oh yes! I mean, it's always nice to have one, isn't it? It's Mr. Sholmes...
Oh, sorry, Mr. Sholmes' partner was your father?
Exactly! Harley told me I wasn't allowed to look in the chest, but that only made me want to look even more, so I opened it up. And found your father's memoirs. Yes, so I asked Hurley, who wrote these? He nearly fell off his chair. But then he told me, that's when I found out that the author of all those accounts was my father.
So Iris's father was Mr. Sholmes' partner.
I've practically lived with Hurley all my life. I was tiny when he took me in. So it came as quite a shock. When Hurley told me he wasn't really my daddy, I mean...
It must have done.
I wonder why Mr. Sholmes chose to tell you, and at such a young age. Hurley says it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from me. Oh? Well, having lived with Hurley all these years, you might say that his ways have rubbed off on me. There are some things I can just see. Especially lies. I almost know when people are lying before they open their mouths sometimes.
Right.
Anyway, I was so fascinated when I read Daddy's diaries. That's what inspired me to write The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, actually. I'd always assumed Mr. Sholmes simply told you all those thrilling stories. Oh no, Hurley's hopeless like that. He forgets everything as soon as he solves a case, but it all but vanishes from his mind. Oh, I see. The other day it was so embarrassing. As usual, he totally forgot about the case he just solved. So the very next day, he gathered together all the people involved and proceeded to solve the case again. It was quite a shock for everyone.
Oh, you can say that again.
You share your father's surname, don't you, Iris? That's right, Wilson. Daddy is Dr. John H. Wilson. I learned from his diaries that he's a doctor of medicine, you see. That's what prompted me to study and study so that I could earn a doctorate as well.
Iris's father went to some distant land and is a doctor by the name of John H. Wilson. The court will now hear the trial of Ryonosuke Naruhodo. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson.
That's the guy that gets whacked. Yep.
That's right. Visiting professor of medicine at Imperial Yume University, and the man who in the most bizarre circumstances lost his life just before we left Japan. Mr. Sato.
Yes.
Perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time.
I think that would be for the best.
Ah, my dear fellows, how good to see you.
Mr. Sholmes?
Why ever did you not make your presence known to me before? Well, no matter now. So, how the devil are you? We've been with you for most of the day. Goodness, really?
Do tell me, Mr. Sholmes, is your violin unscathed?
Huh? My violin? Whatever you're talking about, dear madam. Oh, never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you. Behold, my dear fellows.
Oh, another music box disc?
No, not another disc, Mrs. Sato. This is the one Gregson demanded that we hand over as evidence. Mr. McGilded's disc.
Oh my!
Then, what's it doing here? You know, at times, Mr. Naruhodo, I think that though I have an undeniable turn for deduction, I may well be even more adept at larceny!
Oh, that would be wonderfully exciting! I'd be your pickpocketing assistant! And Rino could be our go-to lawyer if we ever got caught!
Oh no, she's already got a whole plan. Right.
Plus, Susie has such beautiful handwriting, she could write all our menacing crime notifications.
Oh yes, I'd be delighted. I'm just going to pretend this conversation never happened, I think.
Alright, Sholmes, tell us about this music box disc.
I don't understand. How did that disc come to be in your possession? I thought Inspector Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard. Oh, quite correct. And that sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this.
That's a bar of caramel, Mrs. Sholmes.
Your one and only friend in times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken. If you will humor me, my dear fellows, cast your minds back to when the good detective confiscated the disc. I'll be taking that whatever it is of Mr. McGillis down to the yard, thank you very much. So hand it over. Oh, yes, of course. If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. For the briefest of moments, I had the disc in my hand, did I not? Yes, you did, but I still don't understand. It was at precisely that moment that I summoned my one and only friend into action. I pressed the disc into a pair of bars, like this. That's amazing. The disc and all the minuscule protrusions have made an image in the caramel. Indeed, this caramel is quite exceptional. I developed it myself, you know. Suitably soft for making impressions, but resistant to melting. The result of a precisely controlled solution.
How extraordinary.
Carrying a pair of these on one's person frequently proves very useful indeed. Take a house key, for example, a simple press and its unique form is duplicated. I can enter anyone's property at will, and never without high sucrose nourishment. Yes, it sounds illegal. From the image I was able to create this. I confess I was most curious to know what manner of music would issue from the disc when we played.
The music on the disc.
Do tell us then, Mr. Sholmes, what music does the disc play?
Well, unfortunately, I have no idea. No idea? None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellows? No, I'm afraid not.
No, we just had this explained to us. Come on. Goodness, you don't know, Bruno.
Ew, new music. I can't pin which game this is from. Is it meant to be from this one? Because I know the other one was a cameo. I think it was, wasn't it like the Turnabout Sisters theme or something? But I can't tell what theme this is. The only thing I can think of is maybe some sort of prosecutor theme? Huh, I don't know. Alright, inside the music box is a special metal piece called a comb. That's what produces the sound. Small protuberances plug the different teeth of the comb as they rotate past it, making the different notes. The first music box is to be invented to use a rotating cylinder with protuberances from it.
But over time, a new type of player was produced, which uses discs such as these. With that development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide, all around the globe.
Why, exactly?
Because the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result.
It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music, even when no performer is present.
But it is the very success of that invention that means we are now presented with this insurmountable problem. What do you mean? As you may imagine, the construction of one firm's music box does not match that of another, and we have no way of knowing in which music box this particular disc was designed to be played. There is no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It's quite intractable. Oh, I see. So that's why. Naturally, I tested the disc in those few music boxes that I have at my disposal.
Yeah, I'm still not figuring out what song it is. Part of me is thinking, like, is there ever a song that plays when it's like a post-case thing?
But as you can hear, to no avail.
Oh.
The results were equally unsatisfactory in this one. So, I am presently engaged in quite an example of all the music boxes ever made in Europe.
Every single one? That's early for you, always taking things too far.
But, my dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution. But surely the different types in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, won't it? Yes, that is certainly true, in the worst case. I should just have to ask you to vacate the attic room. What?
Alright, and now it's time for Magnus McGilded.
Magnus McGilded, not a name I expected to hear again so soon. Yes, it's only been 2 months since that last grisly case. Mr. McGilded perished within the hours of the trial's conclusion. Was it the curse of the Reaper? No one knows. Still now. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash. Not a shred of evidence remained. And with the man's death, the truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved in was buried. Even though we successfully established Mr. McGild's innocence in the trial,
The newspapers are still claiming that it remains an unsolved case.
the murder of the brickmaker, thrice-fired mason. In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. We still have no idea what really happened that night. And although Mr. McGilded was found not guilty through my defense, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not. It would appear the case is not yet closed.
Well, it's time I started getting things ready for dinner, I think. Dinner'll be here before long.
Thank you, Iris.
Oh, well, you must let me help you then. Of course, Susie, there's plenty to do.
I think I shall investigate the condition of my faithful performing partner. Now then, where did I leave it? Must be a lesson to you, Mr. Sholmes. Never leave anything too precious with the pawnbroker. Yes. You may be right.
Oh, that reminds me of something Mr. Winbeck sent before. It's like he had a manuscript of Iris's in pawn, didn't he?
Did he? He definitely mentioned it. Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom, where his words, I believe.
So you heard about that, did you? I expect you're as incensed as I was. Oh yes, they did such a wonderful story languishing in Mr. Winbeck's storeroom, gathering good dust.
My dear madam, I'm quite sure I told you already. Pawnbroker's storeroom is the safest place for it. More secure than a bank's vault.
Oh, goodness. I keep, like, almost dozing off and I don't know why. Well, I do know why.
It's because the cat woke us up at 2 a.m. this morning.
Give me a moment. I'm gonna drink some water, have some fudge, see if that little bit of caffeine will help wake me up. Because it is espresso fudge, which means there's caffeine in it. Yeah, it's gonna be a mouthful. Had a little chunk there. I'm gonna have some water. You know what? I'll have some goldfish too. I am hungry. Which is weird. Because I made sure to have a big lunch. But I guess it's just about that time of day. You know, snack time. Okay. Okay. Gotta wake up.
And what about the Stradivarius, Hurley? Was that safe and secure?
Well, there may be the occasional mix-up, caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now.
Do you have any idea how long it took me to write that Baskerville story, Hurley? Oh, it sounds so exciting! The Hound of the Baskervilles! I should love to read it.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
What's going on here? Why does it feel like an icy chill just swept through the room?
Susie? What did you just say? You said the Hound of the Baskervilles. But how could you know the full title? Well,
That's because Mr. Sod is such a great fan of all the stories about Mr. Sholmes, of course.
But Bruno, the Hound of the Baskervilles has never been published.
What?
When I showed Hurley the manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet.
I don't understand.
That's why he said he'd keep it safe. Until it was the right time for the story to be made public, you see.
So that's why the manuscript is at Windibank's?
And yet, how could Susie here know its title? Well, Hurley, what's going on?
Ah! What is it, Mr. Sholmes? It would appear our guest has arrived. Miss Lestrade.
This was a bad idea. I knew I weren't welcome. I'm going.
No, wait, Miss Lestrade. We've all been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Haven't we, Iris?
Oh, yes! Just wait there, Ginny. We'll have everything ready in a jiffy. Come along, Susie. Oh, right, of course. It's a pleasure to see you here, Mrs. Strahd. Please, make yourself at home.
Don't stand in the doorway, my dear girl. Come along in. What say you to Sam Mendelssohn? I won't take no for an answer. Meddlesome it is, then.
Hello, kitty. Hi, Wagga Hi. Meow. Hello, we have everybody here for dinner.
That evening, Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual. Mr. Sholmes' violin performance was in no way meddlesome, and Gina, as we came to call her, taught us all how to steal things from one another without being noticed. Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves well into the night.
"15th of April, 9:34 p.m. Tch, that's not late. Come on, get on my level. Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy."
That was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it?
Oh, yes. Iris' cooking was truly divine.
And it feels like I can still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Shulman's violin even now.
Oh, hello, Sui! Welcome! We're finishing up, not the first part of the case. I feel like it's like the introduction part of the 5th case, because it's a doozy, this one. It's a long one.
Best of all, I bet I could steal the glasses from his lordship's face next time we're in court. Naruhodo-san, could I consult with you about something, I wonder?
What's the matter, Susato-san?
It's about the telegram I received.
Oh, the one that arrived first thing this morning, I suppose.
I've been summoned.
What? Summoned? What do you mean?
The telegram is from the Lord Chief Justice's office. Lord Strongheart has asked to see me.
The Lord Chief Justice? When?
Tomorrow morning.
What? Then we have to start preparing at once.
Oh, no, that won't be necessary, Naruhodo-san. I've been summoned alone.
Alone? What on earth for?
I have no idea. I suppose I shall find out tomorrow.
What's all this about? Whatever it is, it's making me feel very uneasy.
Knock knock.
Oh, who could that be, I wonder?
Good evening, friends!
Oh, Iris, hello again.
And Gina.
And Gina, too! Yes, Ginny's going to stay with us tonight. She's going to sleep in with me! Isn't that right, Ginny?
Well, yeah.
How lovely! Let me make a pot of tea.
Aw, is it gonna be girls' night plus Ryunosuke?
You know, I've learned so much today. Oh, what in particular? All those things Ginny showed us. Wasn't it wonderful?
You mean all those pickpocketing techniques? We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we?
I think I've awakened a natural talent. I could earn a living from it.
You might be getting ahead of yourself a little there. So, what brings you up to our humble quarters at this late hour?
Well, you see, I came to return this.
Wait, what? That's mine!
Oh my, however did you... I told you, didn't I? I have a natural talent for it.
Oh, yes, I'd forgotten. Iris literally is a child genius.
So anyway, here, you can have it back. Not that I really understand why you wear it, though.
Thank you.
Alright then, good night!
Yes, good night.
So this is your office, isn't it? What do you think, Ginny?
I think I wouldn't fancy my chances with a lawyer what lives in a place like this.
Yes, me too!
It seems as though Iris here still has something she'd like to talk about.
I suppose she probably wants to talk about the manuscript.
Yes, I suppose she probably does.
Anything extra I can examine in here? Oh, did everything get reset? Okay. No, I meant to click on the shovel. Sorry, spade, whatever the fuck it is.
Bruno, what are you doing?
Look, I'm not gonna steal nothing, alright? It's all just junk anyway. Charming. I suppose I should engage our guests in conversation, really.
Oh, that's why there's new stuff. Okay. The manuscript. How has your day been today, Sui? And same thing with you, Healbot.
Iris,
We need to be as English as we can. We shall call it a spade. Fair enough. It's a spade.
I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you? Aren't you going to tell me? I'm so sorry. I need a little more time, please. Alright, I understand. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward. Oh no, not at all, Iris. Not at all.
I don't know what all this is about, really, but...
It's a story you made up, is it, Iris? This mental script or whatever you call it?
It's not exactly a story that I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diaries.
Daddies?
That's right. I don't suppose I mentioned it to you before, Ginny, but my daddy was Hurley's assistant once, his partner.
Eh?
Just finished another Stardew Valley stream. Excellent. Doing all right. I was, for some reason, very tired, just 10 minutes ago, but I seem to have shaken myself out of it with a little bit of my fudge and some water. Maybe I was just hungry. I am excited to be getting back into this game, though, because after a certain point in this case, it'll be new content. And so everything up until now has been kind of easy mode because I've already known what the answers were. But you guys will get to see me start puzzling things out blind after a certain point here.
They solved all sorts of strange, mysterious cases together.
Is that right, mister? Apparently so. I was as surprised as you are, though.
And Daddy wrote all these details of every single case down, you see, in his diaries. So I study them and write my stories based on what actually happened.
So, where's your old man now, then?
He had to go away on urgent business to a faraway land, and he'll be gone a very long time. So, I've never really met him.
Oh, right. Come to think of it, I don't know anything about Gina's parents either. Perhaps we should ask her.
The Hound of the Baskervilles.
Iris, this Hound of the Baskerville story. I take it that it's another tale inspired by your father's accounts?
That's right. I thought it was fascinating. But it's different somehow. From the other cases, I mean?
Oh, how?
I don't really know. But it must be special in some way, because after I'd written it and I showed the manuscript to Hurley, he turned as white as a sheet. It was the first time I've ever seen him like that.
It pains me to have to say this after told over it for so long, Iris, but this story must not be published at this time, under any circumstances.
But why not? It's one of my best works.
I'm not at liberty to say. Not now. So please, do not ask me.
Alright then, I won't.
But I do solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day, Iris, when the time is right. And that's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Winnebank, is it?
Yes. Hurley said it had to be somewhere very safe.
That really gets my goat, that does. He's treating you like a child. It's mean, that's what it is. Keeping secrets like that. I'm sure Mr. Sholmes isn't trying to be mean. If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure there must have been a very good reason.
I think so too.
You're a lot too trusting for your own good. But he can't pull the wool over my eyes. Sholmes is lying to Iris. I bet my life on it. What?
Hurley's lying to me?
Uh-oh. Gina, stop starting shit. This isn't good for her. Oh, in the darkness, too. Oh, look at you, you little edgy child. What about your parents first?
I realize I don't know anything about your parents, Gina. I ain't got any, have I? Never did have.
Oh.
Look, these stands full of orphans like me. No one wants nothing to do with us from the minute we're born, not even our mums. But we all stick together. The older ones look after the little ones and make sure they get by.
So that's why you're a pickpocket.
Nah. Dive into my life. I love it. I get a kick out of it every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse. And that's how we all afford to eat. I'm like Robin Hood, ain't I? That's how I see it.
Oh, Gina.
I do think about it sometimes. What it'd be like to have parents, I mean. I always thought it'd make everything right. But I haven't listened to what Iris just said. Sounds like having parents ain't always easy either.
Oh.
I mean, if you know you never had him, you don't feel like you're always wanting to meet him.
It's true. I do want to see Daddy so much.
Oh, Iris. Oh, poor Iris, the poor little girl. She doesn't know her dad's dead! Gina, what did you mean when you said that you know Mr. Sholmes is lying to Iris? Well, he reckons he popped that manuscript. He reckons he popped that manuscript or whatever, right? But come on, that's obviously a load of rubbish.
Oh my, why would you think that, Gina?
It's simple. If that store is really an old Winterbank storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you.
But Harley would never do something like that. I'm sure of it.
Huh. Grown-ups do a lot worse things than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, a lot of them. You just ain't realized it yet.
What do you mean, Dad? Her dad just went to a farm upstate is all?
He went to a restaurant in Japan and had a tooth extracted and then was poisoned. But yeah, that can be a farm upstate. I'm telling you, that manuscript aimed at Winterbanks, you'd soon see if you had a look. Even if you think you can trust him, I don't. Not Sholmes is a liar like the rest of them.
If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes.
See?
Oh, but I don't mean that I think he sold it. I mean that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Iris.
Oh my goodness, look at the time. Come along, Ginny. We should go back downstairs.
Yeah, right.
And please, don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you?
No, of course not. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina.
You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist. Oh, yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night, then.
I like Gina's little, like, cat face. You know, where she's got the three mouth. I love that expression. It's very cute.
Iris, it sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks just like an adult. But deep down, she's still just a child.
Well, I think it's time that I turned in for the night too, Naruhodo-san.
Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris's father, but also the name of the murdered visiting professor at Yuma University. It can't be a mere coincidence. There's something deeper going on.
Going off to sleep, I assume? Oh, why did I take a bite of my banana? God damn it. Mr. Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo. Who is it?
That voice, that's Mr. Sholmes? What's going on? It's the middle of the night. It's Mrs. Strahd. She's gone. Gina? She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty. Well, she's an independent young woman. She probably decided to go home, no? I think not. From speaking to her before she retired, I received a distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Mrs. Sato. No, I don't believe the girl has gone home, but I've been waiting for over an hour now. Over an hour? Oh. If you'll indulge me, look out of the window, my dear fellow. What's this about? Wait a minute. Why is there a light on at this time of night? That's Mr. Winterbank's pawnbrokery. Mr. Winterbank's? Oh no. It's simple. If that store is really an old Winterbank storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, I sold it. Without telling you. Could Gina have gone? It seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry, no, not really. Well, anyway, we must investigate. At once? Oh, Mr. Sato.
April, 1:14 a.m., Baker Street.
The door to Winterbanks, it's open.
And the lamp is burning.
It must be Gina, mustn't it? Let us hope it's nothing more sinister. What? Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot inside. There's no one here. Oh, yes, there is.
Oh, goodness.
Ah! Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes!
What the? Has Sholmes been shot? Leave me, Mr. Naruhodo. But after them, go! Right. Not our favorite man. Blast! I've lost them.
Hello, what have we here? Who is that? Oh, a Bobby, okay.
The alarm was just raised from this pawnbroker, sir. Would you know something about that? Officer, come with me. It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot. Shot? With the policeman close behind me, I ran back to Winterbanks.
No. Ooh, an animated cutscene.
Mr. Sholmes!
Mr. Naruhodo.
How bad is it? Never mind me, but there's much at stake. Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry!
I hope you guys can hear it. Uh-oh.
It's Gina!
I love the art direction for the animated scenes in this. It's so good. Just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Like, they really just did bring the art to life for these cutscenes. It's beautiful. Ooh, is this meant to be like a summary? Yeah, okay. I'll be alright.
After them, go! Behind that door. Oh, sorry, it was Miss Sholmes again. Behind that door in the storeroom. Hurry! It's Gina? From that moment, Winterbank's pawnbrokery became a crime scene. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity. The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene, and the questioning. It was just before dawn before I was allowed back to my lodgings at 221B.
The 16th of April, 6:21 a.m. Naruhodo's legal consultancy. Oh, Iris.
Oh, Iris.
A telegram came, but all it said was, wait at home.
Oh, yes, we asked one of the policemen to have it sent. It was simply impossible to come back.
When I woke up, I was all alone. Harley and Ginny were gone. Everyone was gone. What happened, Bruno?
Oh, poor Iris, she's trembling. She's obviously trying very hard not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know.
Something awful has happened, hasn't it?
Yes. I'm afraid so.
Firstly, let's examine the room.
That spade has been in here since we started renting the place.
Oh no, that's not a spade, it's a shovel.
You're a shoveler, are you? I had a feeling you'd pick me up on that.
Oh no, a pick is something else entirely.
Now I've dug myself into an even deeper hole. So this is the tea set that Mrs. Sada brought with her from Japan. Let's hope she hasn't noticed me slipping sugar and milk into my cup when she makes it. It's just so bitter.
Susie's lovely green tea has had quite an impact on Hurley, you know. He stopped putting milk and sugar in his coffee even. And Hurley is normally bitterly opposed to bitterness.
Imagine being able to stop having bitter things. Could not be me.
It's spring at last and the weather is warmer now, but I love the smell of the fire and the steam rising from the kettle.
Oh, how about some tea, Runo?
Oh, thanks, Iris, but I'm alright for now. With the green tea Susada-san makes me from time to time and Iris' unique herbal infusions, this place is paradise for a true tea lover.
If you're sure, you know I always have plenty whenever you're feeling thirsty.
Let's see, the window? Anything over here? Nope. Okay. The desk, of course. The cluttered mess that it is.
We've only been here in London for about 2 months, but my desk is starting to look a little messy already.
Hurley's desk is far worse, you know.
I'm sure if I try hard enough, I can make my desk as messy as Mr. Sholmes.
I wonder.
You don't think I can?
Well, it takes a certain genius to reach that level of disorder, you know.
The path to true mess is long and arduous, it seems.
Our little Dharma.
The Dharma doll I brought with me from home, still with only one eye colored in. I said I'd color the other eye once I won my first court case here in Britain, but...
That's cruel, only letting it have one eye.
Yes, but it's because I don't consider myself a good enough lawyer yet, you see. Once I become a fully fledged lawyer, Mrs. Sada will color in the other eye for me.
Well, in that case, why not color in the other eye now? And then, every time you win a new case, give it an extra eye. You can never have too many eyes, you know.
Call me crazy, but I never considered that.
Let's see. Just double checking. Anything else to examine here? Right. The telegram. Can I read it this time?
Oh, this looks like a telegram.
It is, but you mustn't open it. Not under any circumstances.
Alright, I won't. Now then, let's see.
No, what did I just say? You mustn't open it.
Don't worry, I won't. With this special concoction I've developed, I'll be able to see through the envelope without having to open it.
No, that's not allowed either.
Oh, but I'm sure it's something important.
Little geniuses sure can be mischievous. We were rather lucky to find that old aquarium left behind here. The prawns we put in there are doing rather well, and the anemones too.
Apparently, tanks like those were very popular in London before I was born.
Oh, you mean they're not anymore?
I think people discovered it was too much effort to clean them out and change the water all the time.
I can believe that. Prawns and anemones are fun for a while. Do you know, I've never seen inside Mrs. Sato's room. I haven't so much as put my head around the door.
Oh, Susie often invites me up. It's so much fun.
Really? What's her room like?
I can't tell you that.
Oh.
A young maiden's private chamber is a place of bittersweet secrets, you know.
Where have I heard that before? I suppose some things are the same the world over.
Okay. Now we can actually talk to her.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Winterbank is dead. He was shot. We discovered it in the early hours of the morning.
Oh, yes, I had a feeling.
You did?
Well, I saw all those police carriages pulling up outside his shop, so I knew something must have happened there.
When we entered Winterbanks in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of 2 thugs. They ran out onto the street and I chased after them, but they got away.
So, it was one of them who shot old Mr. Winterbank, I suppose.
I don't know, but that's not what the police believe at the moment.
Why not?
They've arrested someone else as their prime suspect, you see. Gina.
Ginny? But why?
Well, the thing is...
No! Ginny wouldn't do something like that.
I know. None of us think she did it.
Then why have they arrested her?
I'm sorry. There was nothing I could do.
Let's talk with Sholmes about Sholmes and Susato first.
So where's Hurley then? Is he still there investigating the scene? He really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals.
Now she has to learn that he was shot too. Oh, this is just Iris's horrible, no good, very bad day, huh?
I don't want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Sholmes. He was taken to the hospital this morning.
What?
Well, when we entered Winterbanks, a gun was fired and he took a bullet.
Hurley was shot? No, no.
It's all right. His life isn't in danger.
Really? Are you sure? Where is he? Which hospital?
He's at Saint Sinners? Oh, Jesus. That's not a good hospital name. I think it's the right time to break the news about Wilson. Oh, God. No. Hey, Sherlock has been shot and, you know, he's kind of in danger. Also, Ginny's been arrested. Susato's been acting weird. And your father's dead. Good night. He's at St. Sinners. They're tending to him there.
I must see him at once.
I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't.
Why not? That's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed.
No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate, you see.
To operate? Oh, poor Hurley.
It was the two thugs who were in Mr. Winterbank's shop. They shot Mr. Sholmes when we disturbed them, you see. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. I just froze. After them! Go! After that, I ran out into the street, but... well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I let them get away.
I think that's a very good thing.
Sorry?
Well, if you'd seen which way they went and chased after them, you might have been shot as well, Bruno. On top of everything else, I couldn't bear that.
Oh, Iris.
Where's Susie, Bruno?
She's still at the police station.
Oh, why?
I expect she's still being questioned. The police said they wouldn't be finished for a while.
Why aren't you there then?
Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway, so they weren't questioning me for long. And Mr. Sato stayed behind at the scene to tend to Mr. Sholmes, so they didn't get started until later.
Oh, I see.
Besides, one of us had to come back to be with Iris. I'm glad Inspector Gregson agreed to me leaving early.
You should have let me know, and I would have come to the station.
Oh, you poor girl. Oh, stop kicking the little dog.
I don't understand why they arrested Ginny. It's not fair. What about the two thugs that were at the scene? Why aren't they the prime suspects? After all, they shot Hurley dead, didn't they?
No, I mean, Mr. Sholmes isn't dead, Iris.
This is all so horrible.
The thing is, Mr. Windermere was found on the floor in the storeroom where he keeps all the deposited articles, and the storeroom door was locked from the inside.
I see.
But he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well.
No.
And according to the detectives who investigated afterwards...
Don't tell me. There was no one else in the room?
Yes, exactly. How did you know?
It's the only explanation.
Yes, the only explanation indeed.
What do you mean by that, Bruno? Well?
What can I say? I'm damned if I agree, damned if I don't. I'm afraid I'll need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment, but I can at least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on.
I want to go too. Take me with you, Bruno. I can't stand just sitting around here waiting.
I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder. Oh, but I don't want to leave her all alone here either. All right then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me?
Oh yes, I'd love to.
Gina's at the prison. Mr. Sholmes is probably in his hospital bed.
And don't forget we have to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation.
I can see you're ready for action. I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later.
Alright, I'll take that cue.
Oh, she's our little, oh, Sasato's normally here. Now, Iris is. She's so cute. Look at that art. Okay, so she wanted to go, he said she wanted to go to the hospital, so we're going there first.
16th of April, St. Sinner's Hospital, Ward 3.
Harley! Oh. He's not here.
No, that's strange. The nurse definitely said he was in the bed by the window, didn't she?
Oh, I know what's probably happened. Harley was being a big baby, and the bullet wound wasn't that bad after all, so he's been sent home.
I'm not so sure about that. Baby or not, there is no question that it was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered.
Oh.
Hello, what have we here? Who's that? Oh, the copper. This ward is off limits, no visitants. What are you doing in here, eh?
Well, I'll have you know, we're Hurley's next of kin.
Well, begging your pardon then, ma'am. Sir. A little lady and a curious Eastern gentleman. A great Mr. Solvers, a mysterious family, eh? Or as a mysterious family, eh? If that's how you see us, sure.
Where is he, Constable? Where's Hurley?
I believe he's currently in the operating theater, ma'am, undergoing an extensive operation.
Extensive?
It has been several hours since he went in, or it has been.
Oh dear, is he going to be alright?
Well, it doesn't appear to be working, you see. The anesthetic, that is.
Oh?
I've heard a report that the gentleman claims he may have had a little too much drink last night. Coffee, that is. Anyway, I think it'd be fair to assume that he won't be back here for several hours yet. I see. Thank you, Constable. Perhaps we should leave and come back later.
Oh, poor Hurley.
Firstly, examine everything! Wahoo! Oh, those are the special types of windows that open outwards. Casement hinge, was it?
There's a notice board on the wall here. Look, let's see, what does it say? Thought of the day, on seeing any vermin, calmly and discreetly inform matron.
Oh, yes, they have rats and mice in hospitals like this that love to feast on all the medicine. If you don't deal with them, there's nothing left to treat the patients.
Rats and mice? Oh, I see. This is a rather old building, I suppose.
But the doctors and nurses are all very good, I hear.
I certainly hope so for Mr. Sholmes' sake.
And then the bed? The bed.
This must be Mr. Sholmes' bed.
Poor Hurley.
I know, it looks as stiff as a board, doesn't it?
Oh, I don't think that will bother him.
No?
I often find him asleep face down on the floor, completely dead to the world.
I think I'd call the police if I discovered someone like that. Why is he so stupid?
Nothing over here. What about these?
I don't know what these are. Do you have any idea, Iris?
Oh, haven't you ever seen crutches before? Let me explain. They're for people with leg injuries to help them walk. You hold one under each arm, you see.
Ah, right. I thought they were weapons of some sort.
Why would there be weapons in a hospital?
I thought maybe a fighter had been injured at a battle contest and been brought here along with his weapons.
That's surprisingly plausible.
Nothing up here? Okay, away we go. We have to go see Gina and the crime scene too, right? Yeah. Let's go see Gina since she's next on the list. 16th of April, local prison, cell 13. Oh, there she is.
Hello, Gina.
They let her keep her gun? What kind of prison is this? Like, even if they know it's a grenade launcher, like a smoke grenade launcher, even if they know that, why the fuck are they letting her keep anything gun-shaped? Okay, alright.
Oh, you still have the grenade launcher Hurley and I made.
I wish you wouldn't point it at me all the time, though. What are you here for?
Jenny.
I have a feeling it's because of us that you've ended up in trouble. So we were thinking that we might be able to help you. Well, you can't. Sorry. You heard. Get lost.
Don't be like that, Ginny. I know you didn't do it. You'd never shoot someone. I just know you wouldn't.
Think you know me? Pull the other one.
Oh.
You ain't got the first idea about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by. And if I saw me chance, I sneak into a pawn shop any day of the week. Just to see what I can lay my hands on. Get it? That's the kind of person I am.
But Ginny...
I'll be in court tomorrow, they said. Some cove came by before and said he'd be a lawyer for me or the like. Says my right or something. But I told him to get stuffed. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one. She couldn't be staring at me anymore, obviously, if she tried.
Why are you being like this, Ginny?
Oop, hang on. Nope. Oh, I can't examine in here, that's why. Legal representation.
I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away? They wanted me to sign some papers, representation papers or something like that. It's all gonna be rigged anyway. Whole trial. They'll pin it on me because I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do.
Why do you think that?
Because that's how it always been for me, growing up in the back slums, my whole life. If you do what the grown-ups tell you, it'll get your mates dragged off by the coppers. Or worse. That happened to me before and all. Been sold out and nearly snaffled on the back of it. Can't trust no one, that's the point. As soon as you do, you're gone to grass. Dead. Gina, listen. If you like, in tomorrow's trial, I could... Forget it!
Ginny, don't you trust Bruno?
No, I don't. Look, I'll ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone.
No. What happened?
Will you tell us what happened, Gina? Last night at the pawnbroker's. There's nothing to tell. I figured it'd pay me, so I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. But the old bloke walked in on me and you know the rest.
But why, Ginny? Why would you do that?
Ain't it obvious? The place is full of stuff I could sell for a shilling or two. Diving in easy, you know. It's a lot of work, and half the time you don't even get nothing. Is that really why you broke into the place? What? Are you sure the true reason wasn't something else? Oh, give it a rest. What would be the point anyway, eh? Nothing I could say would make a blind bit of difference.
Please tell us, Ginny. We'll believe you, whatever it is.
Believe me? Don't be daft. You can't believe nothing. Everyone lies all the time. And you know what? When it comes to liars, I'm the biggest one of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have.
What do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies?
Come on. I'm still so used to the first two games. Every time it comes up like, I've told some lies, I still expect Cyclops to appear.
What did you mean before, Gina, when you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why don't you tell us what these unforgivable lies you've told are? Maybe we can help. Sorry. We're out of time. They're gonna want to question me now.
Ginny, please.
Oh, yeah. I want to give you this. Something to remember me by?
The little cat photo.
A photographic print of a really adorable cat. Found it in one of the pockets of this coat. There ain't no point in me having it.
I wonder what a little photograph like that was doing in a pocket of that overcoat.
Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye.
Oh, Ginny.
White cat photograph has been entered into the court record. Photograph depicting a sweet little white cat obtained from Gina while interviewing her in the prison cell. Alright, well, let's check the court record before we move. I was about to say, they're not gonna let me examine the cat?
This is an adorable little cat. I think it looks a little like Wagahai. I always thought that cats like to curl up inside under the heated kotatsu blanket when it snowed. Maybe British cats are different.
Oh, I guess because it's outside.
This is an adorable little cat.
Oh, same thing. Can I rotate it? Oh. Hello.
Look on the back of this print here. There's something written on it.
13th of February, 9 p.m. Article deposited 1 small box. Loan amount paid 10 shillings. Redemption deadline 13th of April, 9 p.m.
So this photographic print is a redemption ticket?
13th of February, that could be significant. That was just 2 days before the murder on the omnibus, wasn't it?
A small box. That doesn't tell us much about it, does it?
You know, if Mr. McGill still had the ticket, then presumably he never redeemed the article. So do you think the box might still be present somewhere in the shop?
Ah, yes! If it's something McGill deposited, we need to investigate.
Redemption ticket issued from the pawnbroker owned by the victim, Miss Winnebank, in the form of some handwritten notes on the back of the photograph. That's a cute little ticket. Alright, so now we're not going to the suite. Let's check Baker Street itself, see if there's anything special here. Oh, coppers!
Look at the horsey!
This has got the big ol' ears.
There's still a Scotland Yard carriage outside Winnebank's.
I never imagined we'd be investigating a case so close to home.
Oh, poor Iris. She's very upset by all this. I'm sorry. I was there. I should have done more.
None of this is your fault, Bruno, so please don't apologize.
Oh, but I...
It's the criminals who are to blame for all this. So let's investigate and work out how to catch them.
Yes, you're right.
Pawnbrokers. Nothing else here? Okay.
It's already been 2 months that we've been taking lodgings here above Mr. Shulm's office. I still can't quite believe it. I never expected things would turn out like this.
When Harley comes back home, let's have a big party.
That's a great idea. I'm sure it won't be long. Mr. Shulm's is very tough.
Yes.
I hope he's alright. Okay, doesn't look like there's anything else out here. Nope, nope, not that. Let's move to the pawnbroker itself. '16th of April, Winnebank's Pawnbrokery. Oof. They're crawling all over the place. A, C, A, B.
This is where it happened then? Last night?
That's right. The 2 thugs I told you about were obviously ransacking the place, looking for valuables.
But apart from the policeman in here, you wouldn't know anything had happened. There's no sign of a disturbance.
No, you're right about that, actually.
In fact, if anyone, it's the police who seem to be the ones doing the ransacking.
I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals, all dressed in black. That's right, lads. Uneske and Iris have said all cops are bastards. Oh yeah, I heard that.
Oh, Gregson. Hi.
Oh, Inspector. Good morning. I suppose I ought to thank you for your vigilance last night. We got to the scene before it was disturbed at least. Shame you let the 2 rogues get away, mind. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
I thought you'd assigned extra men to the beat around here, Gregsy. Now look what's happened! Harley's been injured because there weren't enough police on duty.
Your ladyship! No one told me you were coming.
I expect you to take full responsibility for what happened to Hurley and see he has the very best medical care.
Of course, your ladyship. The very best doctors in the capital attend to him as we speak.
And I don't think it's Runo's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Chasing criminals is the police's job.
Absolutely, your ladyship. As you say, ma'am. As you say. A gent in black is totally blameless. Everyone's in agreement about that. Would you believe it? He's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about a personality change. Oh, where are my manners? Are you thirsty, ladyship? Perhaps you'd like some juice? Some nice, refreshing fruit juice?
Oh, why? Are you thirsty, Gregsy? I have some of my special herbal tea with me, if you'd like some.
Glug, glug, glug.
Lovely. Ta very much. I've really hit the spot, your ladyship. I don't even recognize him like this.
Talk about two-faced, eh? Alright, let's examine everything, as we always do.
Alright then, let's see what we can uncover.
What do you think you're doing, Sunshine? You can't touch anything in here. Oh, but we're hoping to investigate. This is a crime scene for Pete's sake. No touching.
What's the problem, Gregsy? Runo's a lawyer, you know that.
Oh, I'm ever so sorry, your ladyship. Ever so sorry. The rules and regulations are a thorn in my side. Of course, Mr. Nothoe was improperly appointed by the accused. That'd be another matter. The accused? If you could show me some representation papers, I'd be only too happy to let you nose around.
Did you hear that, Runo? We need Ginny to sign some representation papers.
Looks like presenting the detective here the correct paperwork is the only way. Ugh, never mind then.
Just double checking. Oh, you are unique.
The police are scouring every inch of this place by the look of it. Instruction from the auditor to examine every article in the shop and every ledger and book of accounts. Every article? But that's a ridiculous amount of work, surely. We've been hard at it ever since the shop was declared a crime scene in the early hours. We're sifting through it all in shifts at least, but still. We're working through the night, that's for sure. Even then we'll barely have scratched the surface. A crime and a pawnbroker's. It must be every policeman's worst nightmare. It's a copper's worst nightmare, you know? Crime and a pawnbroker's.
That makes sense. Anything else I can do before I talk to him? Does not look like it. Alright. Hello, Gregson. Investigation.
So, how is the investigation going, Inspector? Nothing to it, really. Very simple case, this. There's some very definitive evidence. We just put to charge that diver we arrested last night, in fact. Gina, you're going to charge her? That's right. Should be able to bring her in before the judge at the Bailey tomorrow.
There is a fly on my goldfish crackers. Die! Nope, I didn't hit it.
Definitive evidence, you say? What is it? Come on, show me!
Oh, your ladyship, as much as I wish I could oblige you, I'm afraid.
Ah, I see.
Yep. The fly beat me. Heelbot, did you change your color? You went from red to blue, looks like.
You've already captured the pair of thugs who broke in here last night, have you?
What the?
And you're going to put them on the stand as witnesses, are you?
How could you? How? How could you possibly know that?
I had a feeling, that's all.
Remind me never to try to keep a secret from Iris. So you've arrested the two men who shot Mr. Sholmes, have you? Well, yes, they were rounded up pretty quickly by the lads on the beat. And Miss Lestrade is being held at the prison. She should be. That's assuming she hasn't lifted the key from the jailer, of course.
Mr. Sholmes?
Can you tell us anything about Mr. Sholmes? What's his condition? Sorry, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Scotland Yard matters are strictly confidential.
Well, I know he's being operated on at St. Sinner's. Why can't I see him? I'm family, you know.
I'm terribly sorry, your ladyship. It's the hospital's policy. No visiting at all.
Oh.
A bullet must have hit an artery in his midriff. He's lost a fair bit of blood.
Oh no.
It didn't seem too bad in the first hour or so, but a hemorrhage like that is enough to make even the one and only Sholmes pipe down. Mr. Sholmes is a human like the rest of us, you know. Well, anyway, he's having emergency surgery right now. They gotta stop that bleeding.
But he will be alright, won't he? They'll be able to make him better?
Of course, your ladyship. He'll be right as rain before you know it.
Really? Well, how do you know?
How do I know? Well, because, of course, yes, because Mr. Sholmes is such a great detective, that's why.
We'd better pray the doctors have a better grasp of what's needed to make someone well again.
Oh dear, please don't die, Harley.
I'll report your ladyship the moment I hear he's out of the operating theatre.
Red is too hostile. Yeah, I always keep mine as pink because I think it's cute. It's hard to see it on the white background for Twitch, but I always use dark mode, so it doesn't matter.
I couldn't help but noticing, Inspector. What? Out with it, Sunshine. Well, there seems to be a marked difference between the way you talk to me and Iris. Watch the sauce, Sonny. I'm a copper and we don't go in for favoritism.
But he's right, you do treat us differently.
It's because of those Adventures of Herlock Sholmes stories. That's why. Oh. I crop up in them, don't I? Inspector Tobias Gregson.
Oh, well, yes, just because you're an acquaintance of Hurley's.
What did you write about the inspector, Iris?
I don't remember really.
It's one of Sholmes's lines. Gregson is the smartest of the Scotland Yarders, is how he put it.
Oh, did I write that?
You know what that one line did for me? Eh? The very next month, my pay doubled. Doubled, I tell you. Oh, that's amazing. All because everyone at the yard reads them. They read all the Herlock Sholmes stories. They've even set up a fan club for me.
Of course, that explains everything. It was around that time that you became such a toady to me.
Can you blame me? All it takes is one bad word from you and Sholmes could change his tune about me. Gregson? No, the great detective will say. He's getting quite overrated these days. Think what would happen to my salary if that came out in print, eh? The whole thing gives me the willies. I can't tell you how many nights of sleep I've lost to worrying about it.
But that would never happen, Gregsy.
Every month when the new Rants magazine comes out, my hands are trembling as I turn the pages.
Oh, how awful for you. Here, have some of my tea to settle your nerves.
Of course, he's gonna say, it's delicious, thank you.
Ah, lovely ta very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship. Teetotal. Ah, yeah, there's something I was supposed to talk to you about, actually, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, what is it? I've got an important message for you. I clean forgot about it till now. An important message? I wonder what it could be. Are you going to tell me what this important message is then, Inspector? Yeah, it's about that young lady who's normally by your side, your assistant.
Dear Susie, is she alright?
She's at the station, isn't she? Being questioned, I believe? Nope, not anymore. She had to head off. Head off? Where? To Lord Strongheart's office, of course. He summoned her. Ah, yes, of course. I'd forgotten about that. One of the whipstocks took her there on a yard carriage after we finished questioning her, but she asked us to tell you she didn't have the fare for the return journey and to go and meet her there. She's got a nerve using Scotland Yard as a blooming messaging service. I see. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector.
Why does Susie have to go to see the Lord Chief Justice?
She didn't tell me. But I better head over to the Lord Chief Justice's office to fetch her straight away.
Alright, away we go to reclaim Susato. Oh, there it is at the top. "16th of April, British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice's office."
Yes, no matter how many times I come here, I always get the same sense of oppressiveness somehow.
Do you think the place is oppressive? I think it's normal.
How so?
I mean, look at that suit of armor over there. You can't take that seriously, can you?
Maybe it thinks the same about you.
So everything's good with regard to tomorrow's arrangements, I trust? Well, that's probably Susato because it's the higher pitch one.
Yes. Thank you very much.
There they are, Susato-san and Lord Strongheart.
I wonder what they're talking about. They both look very serious.
Very good. There is nothing further to discuss. You may return to your lodgings. No doubt you have much to do in preparation for your return to your homeland. Wait. What did he just say? Your return to your homeland? Susato-san!
Ooh, the birds in the background. That's very dramatic, I like that.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo.
What was all that about? Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, thank you for coming to collect your colleague. What's this all about? Why were you talking about Mrs. Sato's return to her homeland? And tomorrow?
Tomorrow? What about Ginny's trial?
You mean...
She's been formally charged now. Oh dear.
I'm not even gonna bother examining this room. Turning to our homeland.
Mrs. Sato, what's all this about?
Oh, please don't concern yourself, Miss Naruhodo. It's only me going back to Japan. Your life here can continue just as it has.
That's not what I asked! What happened? Why are you leaving?
It's my father. He's fallen ill. Oh no!
Professor Mikotoba?
Oh gosh, I forgot what your voice is. If I may?
Yes, sorry? You must be the defendant. Yorasuke Naruhodo, I believe? Yes, that's right. My name is Eugene Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yuma University. We received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news.
10 days ago, father collapsed with a fever. The cause is apparently unknown, and it seems he grows weaker day by day.
I don't believe it. As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's capital, Tokyo, takes some 50 days. I thought it would be prudent to hasten Mr. Sato's departure as much as possible. Yes, absolutely.
I will leave London first thing tomorrow morning.
I can't believe this is happening.
So Gina has been charged? She'll have to appear in court?
Yes, she was formally charged a few hours ago, and the date of the trial has already been set for tomorrow.
No! Not even 24 hours later!
Gina. The Lestrade girl and the murder of the Baker Street pawnbroker. Yes. An all too conspicuous case. The pickpocket was clearly disturbed mid-robbery and shot the man in a panic. No, the yard is overstretched as it is without wasting time on these open and shut cases.
It's not wasting time! Ginny would never do something like that!
Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, Lord Strongheart? In deference of your fine services to date, I shall overlook this young girl's insolence. But I have no recollection of admitting a child into my office. Leave. Now.
Of course, Lord Strongheart.
Criminals will tell the most palpable lies in order to evade justice. The police can ill afford the time it takes to unravel all their untruths. Meanwhile, more crimes are perpetrated. We have far more serious matters with which to contend. Serious matters? Didn't Gregson mention something like that yesterday?
Yes, Inspector Gregson made a similar remark yesterday.
It's no concern of yours, though I'm sure I need not remind you of that. "3 minutes precisely until my next meeting. You must excuse me. There's just one more thing, Lord Strongheart, which is... it's Miss Lestrade's trial. I wonder if you might permit me to defend her." "A timely suggestion." "Sorry?" "The girl currently has no representation."
But that's not fair! Yes, she may be a pickpocket, but she still deserves a fair trial.
Do not misunderstand me, young lady. The government provides for those too poor to afford representation with a public defender. The accused need only sign the relevant paperwork, and a defense barrister will be assigned to the case. However, the young girl in question has refused that right. Why would she do that? A question you would do well to direct at Miss Lestrade. You'll find her at the local prison. Yes, thank you. Now then, it's time I was leaving. Good day to you. What a day. Gina charged with murder. Susato-san about to leave.
Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Iris, we must make haste. But, Susie, you're leaving for Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? Don't you have packing and things to do? As Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, my personal circumstances are of no consequence. My sole purpose remains to help you in whatever way I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Sato. That's a very pensive look.
I think we ought to visit Gina first. In any case, I should like to wish her well before I leave. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go.
Because lawyers are grown-ups and grown-ups are mean. Fair enough.
If I'm honest, this has completely thrown me off. I'll just have to do what I can, as a lawyer.
Back to prison. The 16th of April, local prison, cell 13. Oh my god, we're back again. Try reading over banana gum. I'm almost done with it. It's gotta tide me over so I'm not hungry. Okay.
Hello again, Gina.
And again, she still has the gun.
What are you lot here for now? To have the muzzle of that grenade launcher shoved in my faces yet again, obviously.
I think I need to improve the way you load ammunition into that thing, don't I?
Look! You can come as many times as you like, but I got nothing more to say to you.
Gina, I wonder if you might hear me out. There's something I'd like to say.
What?
I'm sorry to say that I must reluctantly bid you farewell.
Farewell?
Tomorrow, I must begin my journey back home, to Japan. I fear we may never meet again.
Oh, right.
I've had the pleasure of meeting so many lovely people here in London. I have so many wonderful memories. And yet, as things stand now, it will be a glum parting indeed. Poor Iris is so miserable. Susie!
Well, that ain't my business.
Both Iris and Mr. Naruhodo believe you to be innocent, Gina. They've put their faith in you. But somehow, you can't find it in your heart to put your faith in them.
Yeah, that's right, I can't. What of it?
It grieves me greatly to have to say goodbye to my friends when they are so clearly unhappy. Because of you.
What? It's my fault?
Yes. So I have one final request, Gina, before our paths never cross again. Right here and now. I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve the faith they've invested in you. Only by doing that will you truly be as alone as you claim to be.
What are you talking about? What do you expect me to do, eh?
You've told us that everyone lies. So prove it by admitting one of your own untruths. What about what you said before, Ginny? You said something about unforgivable lies? You must tell Miss Naruhodo and Iris the truth. Now. That is my last request before I leave. My last request as a judicial assistant.
No, I can't. Whatever these lies are, they're obviously weighing very heavily on Gina's mind. Gina, I could be wrong, but is it something to do with what happened 2 months ago? Something about that trial. The one in which Magnus McGilda was acquitted. What? The case of that mysterious murder that took place inside the omnibus. You were called as a witness by the prosecution. Is that what this is about? Yeah, you're right. Because in that trial, I lied. I lied like you wouldn't believe. Will you tell us about it now?
Love this theme, by the way. It's so very good. It's so ominous when it kicks in.
Like you said, it all happened 2 months ago. Coppers got hold of me and shoved me in the witness stand. And based on your testimony, Miss McGilda was declared innocent. Yeah, well, thing is, I lied about a whole bunch of stuff. I knew it.
What sort of thing did you lie about?
I was hiding under the seat that night. That was the truth. It was pitch black in that little cubbyhole. I couldn't see a thing. And then I heard that loud thud, like someone falling on the floor. And that's when Miss McGilda discovered you. Yeah. They pulled me out from under the seat and sat me next to the dead man. There weren't much light to see by, but when I looked at me ends, I had the cove's blood all over him. I was so scared I couldn't even speak. You had his blood on your hands? In other words, it was Gina that the witnesses saw on the roof deck. It was Gina that the witnesses saw on the roof deck. That the witnesses on the roof deck saw through the skylight. There we go. Ooh, mixed up my phrasing.
Then Miss McGillis started asking you questions, I suppose. Who you were, and why you were hiding under the seat.
Yeah, it did. Only, that's not all. What do you mean? I mean, he threatened me. Threatened you? How? Made me swear about what I'd seen and what I'd heard, and about what he was going to do after the cove was found dead. He made me swear I wouldn't tell no one about any of it. If I did that, he'd say he'd let me scarper before the coppers showed up. Gina, you must tell me what he swore you to secrecy about. What you saw, what you heard, everything. You said Mr. McGill made you swear not to tell anybody what you saw, but you were in the pitch black compartment under the seat the whole time, weren't you?
Yes, with Miss McGill sitting above your head, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's true, but it was when I heard the thud of the culvert in the floor. I let out a little scream, you see. Couldn't help it. Miss McGill heard that and dragged me out by my arm. That's when I saw it. It was on the floor next to the old Gizawa, and I'd been stabbed. A disc, all bright and shiny.
A disc?
Do you mean? Yeah, that's it. The one what the D took off me at Winterbakes. So the music box was there on the floor of the omnibus? Not for long. Miss McGill spotted it straight away. Picked it up smartish and stuffed it inside his pocket. So that disc was in the omnibus 2 months ago at the scene of Miss Mason's murder. And the bog trotter told me if I weren't to mutter a word of it to no one. I weren't to mutter a word of it to no one. Because it was so dark under that seat in the cab, I was straining my ears the whole time. After a while, I heard the door and footsteps inside the cabin. Presumably that was Miss McGill getting on board. Nah, not only him. Oh, because I could definitely make out the footsteps of 2 people.
In that case, it would seem likely that it was Miss McGilded and the victim.
Mr. Thrice fired Mason.
In his testimony during the trial, Miss McGill claimed he slept during the carriage ride.
But whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness and I succumb to it.
And your own testimony, Gina, supported his.
All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. Yeah, that wasn't exactly true. Neither of them was asleep. I could hear him talking the whole time, in low voices.
Hello, Shul! Welcome in!
We are getting through most of the investigation. We still have a lot to do with the pawnbrokers, but we're just rapidly approaching the point where I don't know anything anymore. In a serious moment, sorry. No, it's okay. Don't worry, Shul. I was giving you a little recap to try and catch you up. Let's see. Gina has been accused of murdering a pawnbroker. And we believe in her innocence because we don't think that she would kill anyone. However, she has been denying representation because of previous lies she told in regards to the Mr. McGilded trial. So now we're getting the truth from her at last about these lies that she told.
What? What were they talking about?
Sorry, I don't know. Sound of horses in the wheels is too loud.
But that still tells us something.
Miss McGill and the victim knew each other.
Miss McGilda was lying, as I suspected.
Finally, what about after the event?
I knew it wasn't going to take long before someone raised the alarm that the bloke had been killed.
Yes, you were quite right. The other passengers on the roof deck noticed very quickly.
So the cab came to a stop and Gilda told me that I had him back under the seat again. Climbed in and waited. 2 cows from up top ran off to get the coppers. Yes, Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First. Right, and after they'd gone, Mr. McGilda asked the driver to do him a favor. A favor? Now then, fella, what I need you to do is take this coat of mine and deposit it with a nearby pawnbroker. And for your troubles, let's see now, I'll give you 10 guineas. A nearby pawnbroker? You mean on Baker Street? Yep, you got it. It was one of the banks. Koji snapped up the money and ran off to pop this coat as fast as he could. So then there was no one left in the carriage. McGill opened up the box on the seat. I let me get out of there. Not without conditions.
I see.
What were Mr. McGilda's conditions then? For letting you go free, I mean. Not telling a soul. Not for anything. About what I saw and what I heard. And there was something else as well. There's more. Yeah. This is the most important thing, he said. I'm after sending the coachman on a little errand for me with some small change in his hand. Now then, did you hear what I asked of him? Did you see anything at all? At all. You asked him to go pop your weasel, right? Aye. Fiend's taking me overcoat to deposit with a pawnbroker hereabouts. And I want you, lass, to take the redemption ticket for it. Do you understand? What? You want me to have the ticket? That's right. I'll come fetch it from you later. Sometime within the next 2 months. You're to hang on to it until then, is that clear? And whatever you do, don't lose it. Alright then. In the case I might happen to be delayed at all, you're to go to the pawn shop, win the bank so it is, and you're to extend the loan after 2 months is up. If you forget, the article will be forfeited, and any old fiend come along and buy it. But I ain't got that kind of brass. Here's £5. That should be enough. Do we understand each other, lass? Don't try anything funny now if you go against me. Yeah, I get it. Good. One more thing. In a few days from now, you'll be visited by the police, I have no doubt. The coppers? Aye, I'll come asking you to take the stand in court to testify as a witness. So let's just have a wee chat about that, shall we? What is it that you might say, and what it is that you won't?
I'm assuming that's meant to be like going over the conversation. Another time for banana. Oh wow.
After he'd gone over it all, I piked it. Got as far away from there as I could. I hid the pawnbroker's ticket in some of the bushes near the scene. Went to fetch it the next day once it got dark. Some Gilda planned it. And coerced Gina into giving him false testimony. I bet you're ready to string me up, eh? I lied. In that big old courtroom. Told some corkers. Thing is, he said he would make it so we couldn't live in the East End no more. Now what he threatened me with.
What a wicked man.
He knew everything what went on in the back slums. He knew we had no one to look after us, and we was all just looking out for each other, getting by together.
So you mean Miss McGilda would have...
In an heartbeat. He could have had a lot of us chased out of there if he wanted. And then where we could have gone, eh? Nowhere, that's where. So I didn't have no choice. Thank you, Gina, for telling us everything. But I'm for it now, eh? Go on, admit it. You must be livid. Well, you can make amends by doing me a simple favor. Favor? What? Sign the representation papers for tomorrow's trial. Huh? If you don't actually want me to represent you in court, you can rip it up later. But we need that paperwork, or we can't investigate. The police won't let us. Investigate what? The scene of the incident last night. Mr. Sholmes was shot, you see. You what?
Harley's been having a big operation right now, Ginny.
Is it bad? Is it gonna be alright? Sholmes is gonna be alright, right? That's why I want to investigate, for Mr. Sholmes' sake as much as anything. Right. So what you're saying is, if I sign that bit of paper, everyone's happy, is that it? Something like that. Missy Sato?
Yes, of course. I have representation papers here.
I don't need no one to stick up for me, though. No lawyer or nothing.
Baka.
Poor Ginny. She seems so lonely.
Gina's representation papers have been entered into the court record. The paperwork signed by Gina to put me in charge of her defense, showing this to Scotland Yard detectives gains us access to the crime scene. Poor little pickpocket. Yup. Poor girl.
At least this should mean that we can investigate the scene at Windibanks now.
Yes. And perhaps we can come back to visit Ginny when we're done there?
I feel like we've finally cracked Gina. She's opened up to us at last. And now I have her representation papers. No one else knows just what responsibility that is. Anyway, for now it means Inspector Gregson can't stop us investigating at Windibanks. Although, something tells me he's not going to be happy about it.
Man, I forget how many save points they throw at you in this trial. Yeesh. I mean, I guess I'm thankful for him. Let's see. And 5th slot. I'm just gonna finish off my banana now. There we go. Poor little pickpocket with a huge gun, yes. What time is it there? If you're talking about on my end, it's like 5:30. So it's a little too early for dinner by my estimate, but I do know a lot of people eat at this time. However, I have been snacking like crazy. Yes, 5:30 p.m. I am on the East Coast. 6:30 in the morning for you. Oh my gosh, Shul, why are you up that early? You don't have work or anything, right? It's Saturday. Perfect time to have a banana. True, you're correct. Alright, let's see. 16th of April, 1:26 p.m., Windibanks Pawnbrokery.
Here you are again at the scene of the crime. Now to thrust these representation papers in Gregson's face and see what he makes of them. Hello again, Inspector. Do you have a minute, please? What is it now? We should go home and get some rest.
Here you are, Gregsy. Here's representation papers.
Mr. Infinite Fish and Chips. It looks like it's just chips. I don't see any fish in there.
Your ladyship. Wow! I don't believe it. How the devil did you get that stubborn little ragabash to sign that? I salute you. That is good work, that is.
I can see you've been very busy here as well. How about some tea? It's a special blend designed to relieve fatigue.
Isn't that a fried fish, a big one in the middle of it? Oh, maybe it is. We'll find out the next time we see that Sprite.
Ah, lovely. Well, let's see now. Yep. I hardly feel tired at all. I'm as fit as a fiddle, your ladyship.
That still just looks like a potato to me, but maybe it is meant to be fish. It is slightly differently colored than the other ones.
It'd be alright if we investigate the scene of the crime then. Do as you please. You know what happened. Through that door behind the counter. Yes, the storeroom. That's where I discovered Mr. Windibank and Gina. Right, well, I'll be getting back to business then. Will you be investigating the storeroom as well, Inspector? If I'm perfectly honest, we need to wrap this up before long. I can't afford to spend too much time on it. But there are so many articles to go through, it's taking forever, even with the lads working around the clock.
It looks like an unpeeled piece of potato as well. Yeah, that is true. Well, actually, now that I look at it further in this sprite, it looks kind of rounded, while the others are kind of sharp and pointy as if they're potato wedges. I think you're right. I think that is meant to be fish and chips. It's a singular fish and then a bunch of chips. But I guess that's how the dish is supposed to go, isn't it? It's like 1 or 2 pieces of battered fish and then a bunch of potatoes on the side.
I kind of want some now.
There's this Irish restaurant really close to us. It's like 10 minutes away or something, and it's so fucking good. last time I went there, I had the fish and chips, and it wasn't exactly the best. It got kind of soggy, the breading on the fish, but the wings there are fucking killer. And then I think it was clam chowder there too, and that was excellent. I tend to actually stay away from the Irish fare just because it's a lot of like beans and hash and stuff like that. I'm not a huge fan of it. Oh, but they have these like loaded fries. No, not. Are they fries or are they chips? I think they're loaded chips. It's like potato chips, but with like corned beef and cheese and like green onion, and it's to die for. It is so heavy, but it's so good. Maybe I should go back there soon. Let's see, which is a problem, because it's another case the Yard needs to investigate urgently. That's what Lord Strongheart meant by far more serious matters before. So what I'm saying is, don't get under my feet, sunshine. Yeah, now that you point out, that's definitely battered fish. Should be bigger than that, or just guy looks like a mad potato man. I always thought it was potatoes right up until you pointed that out. I'm really surprised. Come then, let us not waste any time. Now we can properly examine things, starting from the left as usual. Look at that huge sleeve. Yes! Kimono sleeves are beautiful. There's the article ledger here in Mr. Winnebake's notes and... Huh? What's this? Looks as though someone has left a little photographic print behind. Oh, look on the back. There's some writing. Is there? Oh, show us, Susie. Show us. Blood. Ew. 15th of February, 10:30 p.m. Article deposit, 1 gentleman's overcoat. Loan amount paid, £1. A redemption deadline, 15th April, 10:30 p.m. A gentleman's overcoat pawned for £1? Clearly it was a very fine coat. In fact, I think... Yes! This must be the ticket for the overcoat that Ginny redeemed yesterday. And is still wearing, which belonged to Miss McGilded. I would never expected the redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of a photograph, though. It seems Mr. Winnebank just used whatever piece of paper he happened to have on hand. But this photograph of a cat, it looks very familiar, doesn't it? I'm sure I've seen this exact same picture somewhere else recently. Oh yes, you're right. Very recently. It's the same as the one Ginny gave us earlier. Of course. I was forgetting that she gave us that print. Well, what are you waiting for then, Mr. Naruhodo? Get it out. All right. Let the clocks turn. Yes, they are exactly the same. I've got it! These two photographs hide an amazing secret! A secret? What does she mean? You must tell us, Iris, at once. Do you really want to know? Yes, we need you to tell us all you know about this pair of photographs. Firstly though, let's keep examining. That ledger that's open on the counter there really is enormous, isn't it? Must be an awful lot of work to keep track of all these hundreds of items in pawn. It's too much to think about. Better to sell it all and have a clear head, if you ask me. But clearly Mr. Winnebank was very careful when it came to articles in his care. Okay, so that's... Ooh, hang on. Is that the door back there? Oh, perhaps. Oh, there's a dog! A little doggo there. Behind that door is the storeroom, isn't it? That's what Grexy said. Yes, and that's where I saw that dreadful scene last night. Through the little window in the door. Mr. Winnebank, face down on the floor, with Gina beside him. As the accused legal representative, you have the right to examine the scene, Mr. Naruhodo. We must make a thorough investigation. Yes, of course. And we will. Behind that door, that's the real scene of the crime. Don't worry. If there are clues in there, I'll find them. Okay, so instead of moving, we're going to keep examining. Lots of music box. Do you have them where you come from, Runo? Yes, but I've never seen one as large as this in Japan. Oh, well, this will be a treat. Shall we have a listen? What do you think? Isn't it a pretty sound?
It's a beautiful sound, yes, but it's a little hard to enjoy when all the policemen in the room are giving you fierce looks.
Never mind that. If any of them say anything, I'll tell Gregsy to have a word.
Iris Wilson, Superintendent of the Scotland Yard.
Shelf is next.
These shelves where the pawnbroker puts articles that have been forfeited on display for customers to buy.
Yes, it's a really strange miscellany, isn't it? I mean, who would buy this horse statue, for example?
Well, sometimes you can find some real treasures among all the junk, you know.
Are you alright, Runo?
Oh, it's just... Well, it looks like a collection of useless junk as a whole, but when you pick out individual things, you can't help wishing you own them, even the horse statue.
That's exactly how the pawnbroker works. They're very clever.
Let's see. Nothing else on this end. Right, that calendar. Jesus Christ, I almost forgot about it.
Ah, look here.
Oh yes, a bullet hole, and I can see the bullet is still lodged in the wall.
Presumably Mr. Winnebeck wasn't practicing with his revolver in his spare time.
Well, Mr. Sholmes likes to practice in his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that.
Sorry?
It's all there in the Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, you know. Isn't that right, Iris? Did I write something like that? Partly in jest, perhaps. In jest? Well, he doesn't do it often. It is quite a dangerous pastime.
He doesn't do it often. He shouldn't even do it once.
Forget that for now, Bruno. Let's examine this bullet.
What's that around the bullet hole? Is it blood? A suspicious red stain on the calendar.
Aha! I will be able to help with that.
What?
It's not like the sight of blood to get the blood pumping, is there, Bruno?
I have a feeling I'm not as bloody-minded as you, Iris.
I'm afraid the sight of blood makes my blood run cold. There you have it, you see? When it comes to blood, we're all different types.
Yes, but a scientific observation.
So you need this.
Oh no, what is that scary-looking thing?
Harley and I haven't actually come up with a name for it yet, but as soon as you see it in action, you'll understand what it does. Watch!
Ah! It's green.
Oh, the color of the bloodstain has changed?
There! Does it make sense now?
Yes, I think I'm starting to understand.
Good! It works on the principle that different people have different types of blood, you see?
Yes, how wonderful!
The chemical it fires combines with the blood and makes it change color, so you can identify whose blood it is that you're looking at in a flash. Oh, what a fabulous invention, Iris! Isn't it? Isn't it? I bet Jim would say it's bleeding great!
So, whose blood are we looking at then?
Well, all the chemical does is turn the blood a different color, so just find someone whose blood turns the same color and you'll know who it belongs to in a flash.
No, she's not a witch. It's science. Science and magic are two different things.
It's more like two flashes, really, isn't it?
One flash or two, this could well turn out to be a very valuable clue. So we must make a note of it in the court record.
Blood samples portfolio. A sample of blood analyzed with a special chemical indicator developed by Mr. Sholmes. Different people's blood turns different colors. The blood sample has been entered into the court record. Science and magic are not the same. Now you might be thinking of the saying, which is a highly advanced, what is it? An advanced enough technology looks like magic or works like magic? Something along those lines. Ugh. I remember it was quoted in Madoka Magica. Well, not in, but about. Because that's what people were saying that Q-based science was. It just looked like magic. Spoilers, actually. Oops. Oops! Spoilers for like a 10-year-old anime. Haha. Let's see.
Let's keep testing and adding the results of any other blood analysis to the portfolio. As long as I have reagent left, sure.
Or reagent? I think that's how you say it.
Plants. I want plants.
I'm fairly sure this contraption was here yesterday as well. Here we are, though I'm not confident I can get it closed again.
Oh yes, that's a folding stereoscope.
Really? This is a stereoscope? Mr. Sholmes showed us the picture yesterday that you were supposed to be able to see in 3 dimensions. But for that, he used a great big contraption over there.
Oh, well, that's for use in public houses and places like that. It contains a carousel with all sorts of pictures inside. But this little thing is a much simpler design for use at home. There are special shops selling prints you can use in them. I have a little collection myself.
I wonder if I could make money out of these in Japan. It would be keeping my toilet sparkling clean anyway.
The dolls? No. Nope. This big guy, I guess.
This is that strange contraption lets you see pictures of things as if they're right in front of your eyes. It makes you think. When Mr. Sholmes gleefully showed it to us yesterday, we were blissfully unaware that any of this was about to happen.
Okay, now we take a look at the record because we still have to examine the photos, don't we? Adorable little cat looks like Waka High. We've already seen the back.
Mr. Winnebeck appears to have used the back of this photograph to write out a redemption ticket. He's written it very neatly, but still, perhaps he ran out of paper, so he had to use anything he had on hand. It's hard to know what's the front and what's the reverse side now.
Tina's representation papers. Representation writ. I, the undersigned, agree to legal representation by the lawyer named hereunder in regard to the following incidents. Defendant Jean Lestrade, alleged offense, murder of Baker Street pawnbroker. Date of trial, 17th of April, 10 a.m. Attorney-in-law, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. And the blood samples portfolio. Okay. What was I supposed to do? Wasn't I supposed to examine that picture? Nope, it's just going through all that again. Then I think that's everything I can examine out here. Double checking the court record. Is this the one that had the blood on it? No, it's not. The other one is. Okay, so we can't examine that one yet then. So let us go back and then let's see if we can move into the back. Yes. There we go. I assume we'll get the chalk outline, yep. 16th of April, Windibank's storeroom.
Poor Iris, she's clammed up completely.
Iris is bound to find this difficult. After all, Mr. Windibank's life was taken in this very room only last night.
Oh, hi, Gregson. What are you doing here?
Ah!
Wait, Inspector!
What is it now, Sunshine? You took one look at me and tried to run away! You think a Scotland Yard inspector would run away from some jumped-up little defense lawyer, do ya?
Oh, Iris.
I just, well... I've never seen a relationship looking like that before, is the thing. I didn't know what to say to her. So you weren't running away from me, you were running away from a 10-year-old.
I'm afraid this is a little much for young Iris. Some gentle reassurance might go a long way, perhaps, Inspector.
Look at her little eyes.
Don't trouble yourself unduly, your ladyship. I mean, at least you're not dead, are you? Oh, dear God.
What a perfect thing to say to a 10-year-old in regards to a dead body.
I don't think that went very well. Why?
Jesus Christ.
Look, I'm in the middle of an investigation here, Sunshine. I told you not to get under my feet.
And we have investigating to do ourselves.
Yes, I'd like to hear more of what the socially inept inspector has to say.
Oh, Hurley.
And inquire into how Mr. Sholmes' operation is going.
Okay, before that, examine everything!
Look at all these articles that have been deposited. The room is stuffed full of them.
I can't believe how many there are. A bicycle, a gramophone, musical instruments, even some enormous paintings, look.
pieces of different people's lives quietly gathering dust in here together. There's something very peaceful about the atmosphere in here. Or at least, there would be, if not for the chalk outline on the floor and the policeman shuffling around. Not much I can do about that, Sunshine.
Why does he keep calling him Sunshine? Is it because he wears all black and it's supposed to be ironic? Okay, obviously there's the gun.
This is a revolver. A real one.
And quite possibly the murder weapon used to take Mr. Windibank's life. What's the matter, Susie? You even look like you're about to faint. Well, it's just that I've rarely seen a gun in the flesh.
And I've had issues with guns in the past. But anyway, we saw Mr. Windibank with this yesterday, didn't we? I should take my own life! It must be the same gun. And last night, when I looked through the spy hole in the door to the storeroom here, that was the same gun I saw in Gina's hand.
Mr. Windibank told us that he only ever had a single bullet loaded in his revolver, didn't he? Well, it's empty now. The one and only bullet he had in his gun has been fired.
So you'd be fairly certain that only a single shot was fired from this revolver.
What's this?
Out of all the articles in the storeroom, this is the only thing that shows any sign of being ransacked. What is it, Iris?
That's the box file that my manuscript is being kept in. Oh.
Iris's unpublished story, The Hound of the Baskervilles? Surely, that's not what all this... Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, Ace sold it. Without telling you.
We must check inside the box at once. Yes. Ah. It was there. Iris's story was there.
Really? It was? Well, that's good news, isn't it, Iris?
Yes. I mean, of course I believed Hurley when he said he deposited it here, but still, it's a relief to actually see it.
Really? Because that's not a very well-hidden frown.
Iris' manuscript has been entered into the court record. Iris' story manuscript, a long unpublished story that Mr. Sholmes deposited at the pawnbrokery of the victim, Mr. Windibank. It's entitled The Hound of the Baskervilles. Okay, and finally, the big glaring obvious thing in the room, the bloodstain.
The police have marked the position of the body with a chalk line.
Poor Mr. Windibank. He was a nice old man.
Well, he was shot just once through the heart. Most likely a fellow died instantly. He wouldn't have felt a thing. This must be his blood then.
I don't like to ask at such a wretched time, Iris, but I wonder if perhaps... Don't worry, Susie. I'm ready for action.
Oh, that's a different color. There goes my theory.
So now we know the color the chemical turns when it reacts with Mr. Windibank's blood. And it doesn't match our analysis of the bloodstain we found in the main shop.
No.
No, but let's add the sample to the others we've already collected anyway.
The blood samples portfolio has been updated in the court record. Okay, so let's examine this again because it's still something new.
Iris?
Don't worry, I'm alright. But we must find the true culprit. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so that should be everything in here based on what I'm seeing as I move this around. Okay, that is everything in here, so we can go back. Actually, no! We have to chat with him! I totally forgot about Gregson. Haha!
So, Inspector, what do you make of the crime scene here? Psh, you got eyes, haven't you? Use them! It is what it looks like. Nothing more, nothing less. Iris, could you lend me a hand?
So, Gregsy, what do you make of the crime scene here?
Oh, yes, your ladyship, do allow me to humbly explain. Last night, shortly after the hour 1 o'clock in the morning, Scotland Yard police attended the scene. The one and only door to the storeroom was found locked from the inside. So it was locked from the inside?
The lock appears to be broken now, though. Was that the police officer's doing?
Quite right, ma'am, quite right. We took the liberty of smashing the door in as humbly as possible.
Oh,
As you can see, the victim was discovered prostrate on the floor, thuswise. And next to the four-punched body, we discovered the vile-gutted child.
are you talking about Ginny? She's my friend, you know, Inspector.
Miss Lestrade, the hapless girl, was curled up on the floor, dead to the world. She's still alive, you know. Yes, when I saw her, she appeared to be unconscious. I'm afraid to say she had the gun that was used in her hand.
No.
Presumably, it's the gun that's still down there on the floor now. In the pocket, we found the key to the door as well.
What?
Or sorry, what? The key to the storeroom?
And you say the storeroom had been locked from the inside, Inspector?
Correct. All which leaves her ladyship's friend in something of a sticky situation, I'm afraid. Obviously, my personal opinion is that it's all some sort of misunderstanding. Of course it is, Inspector. Of course it is. It actually makes sense that she's the one, yeah. I mean, it's hard to beat all the evidence of holding the fucking gun in a locked room, but you know how it is. Locked room mysteries are never that simple.
Craigsy, do you know anything about Hurley? Is the operation finished? Is Hurley alright? Is he?
The thing is,
Don't mince your words, Inspector, please. You don't mean to say that Mr. Sholmes is...
No, the operation's done and dusted. It's just that,
Out with it!
Yes, ma'am! They use something called a general anesthetic. It's the latest thing, renders the whole body insensitive. The whole body anesthetized? Is that even possible? It means the operation can be completed while the patient is fast asleep.
Goodness, in the Empire of Japan, we can just manage to provide laughing gas for a tooth extraction.
Trouble is, the latest thing isn't always the greatest thing, if you follow my meaning. I couldn't get the medication to work at first, so it took hours for him to nod off, or so I hear. And now that the op's finished, they can't get him to wake up, apparently.
Oh my!
No one knows if it's the anesthetic still in the system, or if the bloke's just plain exhausted. Anyway, all I can do is stand back and watch until he comes around again.
Hurley!
No, he opens his eyes, your ladyship. I swear I shall get the word to you. What a surprise, even in matters of life and death. Mr. Sholmes has to do things his way.
Alright, so let's go back. Court record. Do I need... Let's examine this.
The Hound of the Baskervilles. How did Susanna know the exact title of this unpublished story? I suppose I'll just have to wait until she's ready to explain it to me.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, we don't get to look at her signature? Okay. Nothing on the back or the sides or anything, it looks like. Okay. Unknown, color green. Pup, win the bank. Blue. There's a little heart on the side. It's so cute. Yeah, it's such a cute signature. I love it when people do that with their signatures. Let me try presenting him the representation papers, see if that gets anything else out of him.
Inspector Gregson, could you give me your opinion about this, do you think? We don't tend to share sunshine, not with the general public.
In that case, Craigsy, how about some herbal tea?
There he goes. Ah, lovely! Ta very much. I really hit spot. Oh, your ladyship. You don't mind sharing that then?
Okay, never mind. So let's move back out here to the main shop then. And then, there we go. I was supposed to talk to her about the photographs. Okay. Pair of photographs.
So, Iris, about these two photographic prints. The one we found here on Mr. Winnebago's counter, and the one Gina gave us before. What is this amazing secret you mentioned that's hidden between these two identical prints?
Actually, that's not quite right.
Sorry?
If you look carefully, the The two prints aren't the same. Not exactly.
They're not?
Have another look at them now.
One is shifted slightly.
Can you see that they're just slightly different from each other?
I think so. It's very subtle, though.
But what's the reason for the subtle difference between the two prints? Oh, well, it's because they're a set, you see.
No, I don't.
This pair of photographs is meant to be used in a stereoscope. Everyone in London is raving about them at the moment.
A stereoscope? Why do I feel as though I've heard that word before recently?
Oh, yes, that's what Mr. Sholmes showed us yesterday. You see, there it is, just over there.
Yes, of course. That magical machine that makes pictures look almost real enough to touch.
Well, actually, it's quite possible to see the same depth in pictures even without one of those contraptions.
What? Really?
Do you know how a pair of flat photographic prints can appear to have any depth in the first place?
No.
I have no idea. Oh, wonderful. Then I'll be able to tell you.
She's over the moon, bless her. Should we let her explain, though? We really need to carry on investigating the scene.
I, for one, simply have to know.
How does those prints work?
Have you ever considered, Bruno, how our eyes see depth in the world around us?
Well, I just opened them and it works.
But the reason it works is because we have two eyes.
2 eyes? Shocking.
If you try closing just one eye at a time, I think you'll see straight away. What you see with your left eye, and what you see with your right eye, are ever so slightly different. You get a different view with each eye. Yes, the position of objects seems to shift slightly. Exactly, and in your head, your brain uses that shift to estimate depth as it merges the two views into one. That's how we can sense depth in everything we see.
My brain really is amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me.
I think I see. So the pair of photographs consist of a left eye view and a right eye view. Is that right? Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick.
So if you can persuade your brain to merge the 2 pictures together in your head, you'll be able to see depth in these prints?
Yes, Bruno, you're beginning to understand.
And stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to do just that.
Yes, but as long as you have 2 images, 2 eyes, and 1 brain, you can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all.
You can? Really?
Let's try it. Let's see if you can view this pair of prints without the help of a stereoscope. Oh yes, I'm dying to have a go.
Susanna-san really loves this kind of thing.
You need to be able to cross your eyes, that's the main thing. Can you both do that?
Cross my eyes? I think I can.
Watch me and see if you can copy. I forgot I did that with the models. Make your eyes do this. Alright, let me try. Are you ready, Mr. Nodohodo? There, how's that? Wonderful, now it's your turn, Bruno. The trick is to concentrate on looking at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time.
Not exactly an easy task when 2 people are staring at you cross-eyed.
Alright, that's enough practice. Now let's try looking at the prints. Start by staring at one print and slowly crossing your eyes. You should see 2 overlapping images like this. You try it now, Bruno.
Okay, I was really bad at doing this the last time it came up, like, when I played it in person. I just couldn't get it to work, but I'm gonna try doing it now.
I'm just gonna have to give it a try, I suppose.
Did the print split into 2 images for you? Now the next step is to put the pair of prints side by side like this, and then try crossing your eyes again. The prints should slowly merge together until they form a new single image in the center. Oh yes! Miss Naruto, it works! I can I see it in the middle now. It looks so real. I could look at it all day.
I wouldn't advise that. Your eyes might start to hurt.
Your turn, Bruno. Pretend you're looking through the two pictures and slowly cross your eyes.
Okay, come on. Yeah, I can't get it to work. Maybe I just can't do it. Keep adjusting the position of your eyes. Oh, sorry. Keep adjusting the position of your eyes until the two images overlap exactly in the middle.
Like this, is it?
I'm gonna try one more time. Ah! Yeah, it just, I adjust my eyes too much, I guess, and then it just slips out of place. Yeah. I don't like it. Eyes hurty. Maybe I just have weak eyes or something.
There, you managed it. So now you know how stereoscopic images work.
Stereoscopic? Scopic? Scopic?
Well, I don't know who discovered it, but it really is quite extraordinary. So what do you think of these stereoscopic prints then, Bruno?
They're certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly.
No, some people find it easier than others. But that's why contraptions like this exist, for people who find it tricky. Oh, I recognize that. Oh, we saw one over there yesterday, didn't we? If I remember correctly, you press this little knob here. Then set the pair of photographs in the stand at the back and...
It's still amazing, even though I know roughly how it works now.
Well, London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these folding contraptions in lots of households in the capital currently.
But these little machines are so affordable. Surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them.
But it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, I think so in any case.
Stereoscopic pictures. I'd never even heard of them until yesterday. We've certainly learned a lot about them, but I wonder if it's knowledge that I'll ever actually need.
Second white cat photograph has been entered into the court record. Alright. That's what I was looking for earlier. Court record. You. Kitty. First we must examine the cat.
So this is the second of the two photographic prints of the cat, and it really does look like Wagahai. It looks exactly the same as the first photograph at first glance. I suppose that's what's so compelling. Actually, now that we have both pictures, I could have another goat viewing them as a stereoscopic image. So, I need to cross my eyes and try to get the two cats to merge in the middle as one. It's such a hard thing to do. Whoever thought of this in the first place must have spent a long time staring.
I think all of that is just the cat. Yep. Okay. So we're going back through this. I'm not even gonna bother trying. It's hard. Flip to the back. Bam. Come on.
This is the ticket that Gina brought in here yesterday.
Yes, having been entrusted to her by Miss McGilda 2 months earlier. Article deposited, one gentleman's overcoat, and the other redemption ticket was in the pocket of that coat. Yes, for a small box deposited 2 days before the omnibus incident.
Could that have been anything to do with all this?
And of course, the blood.
Mr. Naruhodo, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's something rather troubling here.
I have noticed.
The red smear, you mean?
Yes, looks like blood, doesn't it? I wonder if Susato-san picked up on that. Well, in that case...
Yes, we need Iris.
We should show this to her before we forget.
It looks like a bloody finger mark on it. Alright, Iris, it's time for science! Emma Sky would be proud.
Oh, that looks like blood!
I would say it's more a gloved finger. Almost certainly a glove made of leather.
Well, don't worry, Runa. You can leave the rest to me.
a third color. Purple this time.
Look at that.
Yes! Yes, that's the color we haven't seen before, is it? We simply must add it to the portfolio of blood samples. It could be an important clue. Although, it would be nice to find out whose blood these different colors correspond to at some point.
Well, this particular stain of blood.
Oh, you've had an idea, haven't you? Do you know whose blood this is?
I think I do.
Yes, I have an idea whose blood it is. Not from the color it turned, but with a little deduction.
That's right. I think it's clear. Iris, you know as well? You first, Reno. Who do you think it belongs to?
Alright, I believe that this is the blood of...
Thrice-fired Mason.
Thrice-fired Mason.
You don't sound very sure of yourself the way you trailed off there.
What was 2 months ago now, that case? And of course I never met the victim, so I'm struggling to remember his name. He was definitely thrice-fired, though.
The victim of the omnibus case. Yes, his name was indeed Mr. Thrice-fired Mason. But that would mean that this blood stain was on the ticket 2 months ago.
Yes, I think it was. Gina brought this ticket here to Windibanks yesterday. I'm suggesting that the blood stain was already on it at that time.
So it's a smear of blood from the time that Mr. Mason was killed 2 months ago.
Something else is coming.
Something else is coming back to me now. Mr. McGilded was also wearing leather gloves that night.
Now I ask you, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fellow bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about my gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. It certainly does look like a leather glove thumbprint, this mark. But we know that Miss McGilded had no injuries at the time anywhere on his body, from which we can conclude that any blood on the glove belonged to the victim, Mr. Mason.
Mr. Naruhodo, you sound just like Mr. Sholmes.
Minus the quirky slip-ups, I hope.
Yes, I think you're right, Runo. Very well. Let's make a note of this.
Details of the pawnbroker's ticket for the coat have been updated. The blood on it has been identified as Mr. Mason's. And I assume that's updated there as well. Alright, anything else we can converse with? Let's try presenting a couple things to you, like the portfolio, just to see.
The way you can identify differences in people's blood like this is amazing. You really are a genius, Iris.
I know! I am! If Hurley and I put our minds to it, we could really shake up Britain's chemists and alchemists. And you could shake up Japan's lawyers and judges, couldn't you, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh, for sure, even if I didn't intend to.
Let's try presenting her story.
Oh, my manuscript!
Mr. Sholmes said he deposited it at Windibanks and he had.
But it's so strange. What is it about this particular story? I worked so hard on it. Why would Hurley say I can't publish it?
I'm afraid I have no idea. All you can do is wait until he's ready to tell you, I suppose.
Oh, maybe it's because Hurley isn't in it enough. Maybe he didn't give him enough good lines.
Yes, maybe. I wish I could say that definitely isn't the reason, but I can't.
Let's see. Is there anything else we can examine? I feel like we're missing a flag. Nope, nope, and nope in this room. Nope, nope, and nope over. Oh wait, I can examine this again.
Green blood, it just seems wrong somehow.
Oh, there are all sorts of different colors. There are pretty pinks and purples too, you know. Like I said, everyone's blood is different.
I wonder what color my blood would turn out. Actually, I don't want to know.
Oh, I can speak to you.
This officer's been staring intently at the wall since before we came in here. Shh, keep it down. Oh, sorry. There's a major clue just here.
Really? We must tell Grexy at once.
But as soon as I report it, that'll be it. I'll be stuck here even longer. Stuck here? What do you mean? I've been home in 2 days already. I need another constable to relieve me and take over my shift. They really have a tough time, the British police.
That doesn't stop us investigating though, does it?
No, I suppose not. I'm fairly sure it was the calendar he was peering at.
Oh, so it's just an indicator. It's in case you missed it. In case you missed the bloodstain, make sure you look at the calendar. Teehee. Okay. So I'm finding nothing else here. Let's go ahead and move back over. See if we can talk with Gregson at all. Did I miss any examining in here? No. Okay. Would you like to comment on the portfolio? Nope. He's just gonna drink his tea. Alright, you guys haven't seen me get stuck during investigations this past amount. Now you're seeing it. The classic gameplay. Let's just see if this kid's. Yep, no, it's not. Okay. You know what? Fuck you. Alright, alright. You're useless to me, Gregson. I understand. Drink your fucking tea. Hey. Anything else I can converse about? Nope. Okay, well, now we gotta move, but where to is the issue. I guess we could check with Gina, but I don't think she's gonna be available. 16th of April, local prison, cell 13.
Gina doesn't appear to be here.
I believe she must be in questioning at the moment. Oh, but wait a minute.
What is it, Iris?
Well, if you examine the scene here carefully, there's another possibility, isn't there? Ginny could have slipped the key from the jailer when he wasn't looking and escaped. Oh my!
Why would you do something like that? It'd only make our situation worse.
Calm down, Bruno. I was only joking, of course.
Oh. Oh, you had me worried there. I thought it was a great deduction.
Yes, it must be your way with words, Iris. You're so wonderfully persuasive. Perhaps you don't fully understand the weight your words carry. Oh, dear, I'm sorry. I suppose a light-hearted great detective is a contradiction in terms.
Well, in the same situation, I'm sure Mr. Sholmes would just have thrown his head back and guffawed.
I'm not entirely sure that's helpful, Miss Naruhodo.
Well, anyway, it looks like we won't be able to talk to Gina for a while. We should try to make progress with our investigation in the meantime.
Yes, come along then, Bruno. Come along, Susie.
Alright, this is a no-go. We can try the hospital, just in case, but I have a feeling he's not going to be available yet. Yeah, okay. The suite? I didn't actually examine this place today, so I suppose I can go for it.
Look at Mr. Sholmes' desk. It's completely clear. It looks totally different without that enormous machine on it.
Riley lived in an absolute mess all the time. He never notices when things go missing.
Even Mr. Sholmes must have noticed that huge lump of metal's no longer there. Surely.
You'd be surprised.
There's all sorts on these shelves. Chemistry apparatus, books, papers, and lots of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped up so high, I can't help feeling that the whole lot is going to topple at any moment.
Yes, Riley does tend to overload the shelves.
That's one way of putting it.
He wanted to look something up in one of those books the other day, you know? But it was so tightly crammed in, he gave up and went on to buy a brand new copy instead.
The real violin. Now this really is Mr. Sholmes' faithful performing partner then. The Stradivarius. Oh, it's no good. It's gone.
I think it was a Stradivarius.
The virtuoso's violin that he found in pawnbrokers and managed to buy for next to nothing.
I hope Harley gets well soon. I miss hearing his violin playing already.
Oh, Iris, I'm sure he will.
Alright. Let's see here. The mantelpiece.
The fire is burning comfortingly in the grate again today. It's a very different feeling to a Japanese hibachi somehow.
Harley's been working on his disguises recently. He's been dressing as a woman mainly.
Really? Mr. Sholmes dresses in women's clothes?
Yes! You see the lady in the photographic print on the mantelpiece? That's Harley!
He's quite stunning.
Haha, fellas, is it gay to think that somebody cross-dressing is incredibly attractive?
It's an unusual way to make use of a huge metal chest as a table for tea and coffee. But it's a very sturdy box, and I've noticed that it's always locked.
Well, that's because
It's like, yes.
that box contains some of my most important things.
Which you have no intention of telling me more about, judging from that guarded smile. Let's see. Up here. These are all mementos of Mr. Sholmes' past cases, I think. If he'd been involved in my case, I wonder if the beefsteak from the Carnival would be on display here.
Hurley says that Wacky is a memento too.
What? How?
He tried really hard to get the little fella to stay on those shelves at first. But he had to give up in the end. Wacky just wouldn't keep still.
Yes, funny that.
Our cat would love to go on those shelves. She'd knock everything over.
This is where you note down ideas, isn't it, Iris? Let's see, what does it say today? The Boscombe Valley Mystery.
We visited Boscombe Valley recently for a picnic, you see, but I forgot to bring the tea. So when Hurley became thirsty, he decided to drink from the Boscombe pool. He gave himself an awful tummy ache.
Oh dear.
Hurley sat there miserable as can be in that field of flowers after that, just like when you saw him yesterday.
That really is an unsavory tale. Your beautiful tea set is there on the table as usual. A cup of one of your special herbal blends always helps me to relax when I'm feeling the strain.
Poor Hurley. He hasn't had a drop of tea today. I wish I could take some to the hospital for him.
That's a charming little white shelf, and full of charming little bottles too. But the contents of them aren't quite so charming, it seems.
I'm so close now, I really developed a rainbow smoke grenade, you know?
So you're still working on those colorful but funny explosives, are you?
I tell you what, when I perfected it, I'll fire the first shot at you, Bruno.
What an honor. Come to think of it, I haven't seen you doing much writing recently, Iris. But there's paper already set up in the typewriter, I notice. As if you're about to start.
I'm a little bit stuck for a new story idea, actually.
Well, you could consider using what happened to Mr. Natsume, perhaps.
Oh yes, that's a fabulous idea, and a great title just popped into my head as well. The Adventure of the Catty Man! How's that, Bruno?
No. Don't do that to him. Alright, so that's everything in here, which means that was a whole bunch of nothing! Oops. Okay, Baker Street? Anything here? No, it doesn't really look like it. Oh god. Send help, I have no clue where I'm going. Is it because I didn't examine anything in the office? Is he back here? Nope, okay, I'm not even bothering. So I must have missed something in the main shop. What did I miss, though? Let me go over my stuff again. Yeah, there's nothing I can do with these guys. Have I already examined this? Yep. And same thing with the front, right?
Actually, now that we have both pictures, I could have them go view them as a stereoscopic image.
Stereoscopic. Scopic.
So I need to cross my eyes and try to get the two cast to merge in the middle as one. It's such a hard thing to do. Whoever thought of this in the first place must have spent a long time staring.
Okay, so that. Oh, no, I didn't mean to examine it again. I meant to hit the back key. No! Gotta zoom on through it. Okay, back. We've got her papers. We've examined the different portfolios. There's nothing else to examine here, right? Yeah, the Hound of the Baskervilles. Her cute little signature. Nothing else is actually, like, available on this. We've already looked at the blood.
So this smear is blood.
Yes, it reacts to the chemicals fired out of Iris' strange gun, so it must be. And it does look as though it's a thumbprint from my hand on a leather glove.
Mr. Sholmes wears leather gloves, doesn't he?
He wears fingerless leather gloves, though. Fingerless!
Oh dear, someone a little upset. Mr. Winterbank appears to have used the back of this photograph to write out a redemption ticket. He's written it very neatly, but still. Perhaps he ran out of paper, so had to use anything he had to hand. It's hard to know what's the front and what's the reverse side now.
Same dialogue. Same thing with the cat. Am I missing a present somewhere? Like the portfolio? Nope. Perhaps... I already did the manuscript. The representation papers?
Poor Ginny. This is all my fault, really. But she'll be alright, won't she? In court tomorrow, I mean.
I'll defend her with everything I've got.
So, she'll be alright, won't she?
Am I that bad at instilling confidence?
Can I show you this ticket?
Mind if I showed you this, Iris? It's just a boring old thing, really, but...
Oh, I don't really like boring things.
It looks like Japanese modesty is easily misinterpreted by young Western children.
I mean, who does like boring things? No one wants to be shown something boring. Come to think of it, you're always introducing things with, this is boring, but it's a bad habit. You should stop it.
I'll be sure to let the entire population of the Empire of Japan know on my return.
I already showed her the blood on this, right? Yeah. God. Gregson didn't react to the portfolio. What am I missing? I swear, I've examined everything in the room. Yeah, even the police officers, the shelves, the calendar, of course. The classic Ace Attorney struggle. I just don't know how to make it interesting, because I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing! Maybe this is where I got up with the case. Is that why I'm suddenly lost? Guess we can just present him everything. Hamburger ticket.
Inspector, what do you make of this? Ah, what do we have here then? Redemption ticket for an article deposited here, is it? Looks like someone ran out of office stationery and wrote the ticket on whatever paper was to hand. Yeah, this is the ticket for Miss McGilda's overcoat, the one that little diver turned up with yesterday. Oh, actually no, it's not. Really? Think you know better than me, do ya? No, I didn't mean to,
Runo's right, Gregsy. It isn't the same ticket.
Of course it isn't, of course it isn't. I never doubted you, ladyship. So what's all this about then, if I might be so bold as to ask?
This is a second ticket.
A second one? It seems that Miss McGilda in fact had another article in storage here at Winterbanks. Is that right?
I think we need to discuss this further with the inspector, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh good, because he's ever so easy to talk to. Ah, that's what I was missing. A single presentation. Yep, that's how it goes. Okay. This ticket was in one of the pockets of Miss McGilda's overcoat. Huh? You mean to tell me? Yes, there was more than just a music box disc, it seems. Should insist on the lads taking it back to the yard and examine it properly.
Well, according to the details on this ticket, Miss McGilda deposited another article here with Mr. Winterbank.
I can see it written here. Small box, was it?
Do you have any idea where it is, Gregsy? Any idea at all? If the article belonged to Miss McGilda, it could be an important clue.
Well, yes, I suppose it could be. Please stop looking at me with those big turquoise eyes all full of hope and expectation. It's too much pressure. It'll make me lose me lot of marbles, I will. I'll go barking. There's no time for dog impressions, Inspector. That's enough sauce from you, sunshine. There is one thing that springs to mind. According to this ticket, a redemption deadline's already passed, hasn't it?
Oh yes, of course. Articles only held for 2 months. So the small box will no longer be in here then.
That's right, it's been forfeited.
Which means it could be on the shelves in the front of the shop where the forfeited items are offered for sale.
Yes, the shelves in the front. We must search them at once. You're wasting your time.
Oh?
A dozen little boxes out there. Hundreds even. You can't possibly know which one might have been Mr. McGilded's. That information not written in the ledger.
Well, I think we should at least have a look, just in case.
Of course, your ladyship, of course. We're very sensible of you, I'm sure. This is getting old.
No. Goodness.
Ah! I nearly jumped out of my skin there. How come Mr. Winterbank set such a wicked trap?
I doubt he set out to scare anyone.
Is that really the time? I think perhaps we should pay Gina another visit soon.
Oh?
Her trial's tomorrow. We must establish whether or not you will be defending her. I think we should ask her one more time. She may have changed her mind. Don't you remember, Runo? You told her she could rip up the representation papers if she didn't want you to be her lawyer.
Really? Did I say that?
Yes, you did! The deadline for submitting the paperwork is fast approaching.
In that case, we had better hurry back to the prison and talk to Gina again.
But what about the shelves? I want to look for the box.
Yes, this is where all the items that have been forfeited by their original owners are offered for sale. That's right! They've all got little price tables on them, but there are so many.
I wonder if the small box this ticket was for is still on the shelf somewhere. The box Miss McGilda deposited here just over 2 months ago.
Even if it were, finding it promises to be very troublesome indeed. There are so many boxes! They could be any one of them.
Mr. Sholmes said that the pawnbroker's was the safest place to store anything more secure than a bank's vault. So perhaps this small box Miss McGilda's contains something of very great value.
Well, if that's the case, he'd probably have kept it locked.
So then we need to find every box with a lock and break them all open.
Hiya! That sort of misconduct would get you arrested. I won't let that happen.
This takes me back. It's been some time since you saw this unless through me.
Alright. No searching allowed. I get it. We gotta go do the plot with Gina. Okay. I'm glad I found the flag I was missing. That was like a, what, 10-20 minutes wasted? Oof, sorry about that, guys. 16th of April, 5:41 p.m. Local prison, cell 13.
Gina, good. You're back. Huh?
The police must have finished questioning her then. Oh, how was it, Ginny? Was it awful?
Didn't bother me. Thank you for the papers you signed before. It meant we were able to investigate at Winterbanks. Oh, right.
Don't you want to know how we got on? We were never so busy.
What's the point in asking? Won't change what everyone's saying. That I did it.
That's not...
Gina, we came to ask for your final decision. Huh? What decision? About tomorrow's trial. Will you let me defend you or not?
I must submit the paperwork now if you'd like Mr. Naruhodo to represent you.
Right. I see. She was lost her fight all of a sudden. But I know what that feels like. The worry is just so hard to bear.
Oh, this sad music.
Alright then. Blimey, give it a rest of my eyes, Iris. So come on then, fill us in. Who done it? Unfortunately, we don't know that yet. You don't say.
We don't know yet, Gina. But Mr. Naruhodo and all of us know that you are innocent of this crime.
While we haven't yet managed to work out who the real culprit is, there are a number of interesting facts that we have managed to establish. Oh yeah? Like what? Well, for example, the reason for you being there in the first place. I think I know now why you broke into Winterbanks that night. Looks like I'm gonna have to take some evidence that clearly reveals the reason and thrust it in Gina's face. Well, I could present it to her calmly, I suppose.
And what about the representation in court?
We already have the representation papers and other documents we need.
All we have to do is hand them to the court clerk. That is, if you'll allow me to represent you in court tomorrow.
Nah. Don't bother.
Ginny!
Rip them up and chuck 'em, would ya? Them representation papers, whatever they're called. The cell ain't faint enough to have a bin.
So what will you do in court tomorrow?
I'll be fine on my own.
I don't think you will be.
Look, it don't matter. What's gonna happen. This is one stubborn pickpocket.
Alright. We have the manuscript.
We found this in Miss Winnebake's storeroom. The manuscript of Iris's latest story. Oh, right. Well, that's good then. Curiously, the storeroom at Winnebake's showed no sign of being ransacked for items of value or the like. With one exception. The box file that housed this manuscript. It was you, wasn't it, Gina, who broke open the box containing that manuscript last night? Huh? You were determined to find out whether or not the Hound of the Baskervilles was really there. That's the real reason you broke into the storeroom last night, isn't it? Why don't you tell us what happened? Please. Alright, yeah, this Baskerville story, it's the latest Sholmes adventure, right? But it ain't been printed yet. So I figured it's gotta be worth a fair few pieces of silver, right?
Oh yes, at least 5,000 pounds. What?
So you intend to sell Iris's manuscript, did you?
No! Ginny, how could you?
Wait, no, hang on! Of course I wasn't gonna sell it. What I want to do is find out the manuscript, or whatever you call it, really was there or not. That's the only reason I was in the place.
For Iris' sake, isn't that right?
We knew why you'd done it from the start, Gina. Of course we did. But,
I knew you wouldn't do anything mean like that, Ginny. I just knew it.
well, when I saw the manuscript in the storeroom, it reminded me of what you'd said that night before. Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Bare-faced liars, a lot of them. You just ain't realized it yet. I'm telling you, that manuscript ain't at Winterbanks. You'd soon see if you had a look.
If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. I mean, that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Oh, Ginny, that was so sweet of you.
Alright. I'll tell you why I did it. Just stop looking at me like that, Iris.
Fellas, is it gay to have the major breakthrough with you be at the hands of the cute Japanese girl, and then the other major breakthrough with you be at the hands of the darling little orphan English child? Fellas? I'm just saying, that's some lesbian activity. I know what you are, Gina.
It weren't because of Iris, that's not why I did it. I just want to know the truth, that's all.
You want to know if Mr. Sholmes is being honest? If he really deposited the manuscript at Winterbanks?
It's like I told you the night before. I never had a father. But Iris's law ain't like mine. She's got a dad, only she can't see him. And I reckon that's gotta be harder. That's why she writes her stories. They're about her dad, really. That's what it sounded like to me, anyway. Last night when I was listening to what you were saying.
Stories about Daddy?
You mean, they're not the adventures of a great detective. So much as the adventures of a great detective and his trusty partner. Well, that's how I see it, yeah.
You're so thoughtful and so kind, Ginny. Yes, and we never thought any differently, did we?
Look! Give it a rest, will ya? I hate all this chummy nonsense, you hear? I hate it! I don't trust no one, right? That's how I work. Because if you don't trust no one can let you down. So leave me alone. Go on, Scarper. I hadn't noticed until now, but it's unmistakable. Right there on both sleeves of that overcoat are some very suspicious red stains. What? Why are you looking at me like that? I think it might be worth presenting some of our other findings in that area to Gina now.
I suppose this would be the... It's either the coat ticket or... No, it's the box ticket. Okay, let's try the portfolio.
Those stains must use your new coat, Gina. They're blood, aren't they? Not that I know whose blood yet. What? Blood, Mr. Naruhodo? You don't appear to have any obvious wounds yourself, though. So could it be blood that splattered from Mr. Winterbank when he was shot last night?
Let's not beat around the bush here. This trusty friend of mine will get results much faster than anything else.
Huh? Take it easy, Iris.
Don't move, Jenny. I'm going to shoot.
Purple.
Oh my. What the? Forget the sleeves. The whole coat is covered in blood. Of course, the black coat of the fabric was masking the stains. That's why we haven't seen them until now.
And the blood is reacted with a chemical to turn a purple color, which matches one of the samples we've already collected perfectly. Yes, now let's see. Who had the purple blood? Aha! Yes, it was the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, the victim of the murder case 2 months ago.
I knew it. What are you all on about? The victim? What do you mean?
It's a rather uncomfortable situation, Mr. Naruhodo, but I think this makes things quite clear. It means the omnibus case is finally solved. The truth about who really murdered the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, is revealed.
Oi! Will someone explain what's going on? Stop telling off a story!
Oh. Truth of the omnibus case recovers Mrs. Otto now.
You can see that now the victim's blood is all over Mr. McGillicud's coat.
But in the trial 2 months ago, the defendant said this in his testimony.
Now I ask you, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fellow bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about the gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. But if you look at this overcoat now, it's clear. These stains couldn't have arisen from Miss McGilda trying to pull the victim to his feet.
No, if that was what had really happened, the blood wouldn't have splashed all over the front of the coat.
The only explanation for this pattern of blood is that it splattered over Mr. McGillicud's coat when he stabbed the victim in the stomach. I've tried to run from the truth for long enough, but there's no escaping it now. The true culprit in that case, Mr. Mason's killer, was Magnus McGilded.
Mr. Naruhodo.
That horrible case is solved at last. And I helped the man walk free from that trial. I used all that twisted testimony and all that sham evidence to prove his innocence. How could I have let that happen?
Oh no. Did you believe him, though? Did you believe Miss McGill was innocent?
I believed. Or rather, I think I was trying to believe. I wanted to, because believing in those you represent in court is the defense lawyer's greatest weapon.
A weapon?
Before we came to Great Britain, a great friend of mine taught me a valuable lesson.
You mean Kazuma-sama?
Listen, Ryunosuke. We lawyers are only human. We can't know for sure what is the truth and what is a lie, which is why we must resort to our primary weapon. An unwavering belief in our clients. That's all we really have. Unwavering belief? Only when we truly believe what our clients tell us can we fight with everything we have for their cause. In any battle, there can be no victory without faith. So I believe you, unwaveringly. What's funny, Gina? Cool. Sounds like in this Empire Japan you come from, everyone must be soft. Oh, come on. Look at the mess it's got you into, believing in that bog trotter. Yes, I inadvertently helped a murderer walk free. Well, at least you've learned your lesson now, eh? Believing in people's never worth it. Someone always stabs you in the back in the end. So as soon as you let down your guard, you at it. Take a leaf out of my book. Believe no one, get hurt by no one.
Gina, may I ask you something?
What?
I'd just like to make absolutely sure. What would you like us to do with these representation papers for tomorrow's trial?
How many times do I have to say it? Rip them up and chuck them away.
Are you really sure that's what you want?
Ah, but that's what he wants and all now. Mr. I'm a believer lawyer over there. Don't forget it was me in that trial 2 months ago. I led everyone up the garden path, didn't I? And you're telling me you can believe on me after that? Not likely.
Well, Miss Naruhodo,
A lawyer's primary weapon is an unwavering belief in his clients. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I feel I can trust Gina after everything that's happened.
I trust her. She's a good kid.
Gina, let me say it again. Please, allow me to represent you in tomorrow's trial. Huh? Are you half-baked? Not at all. You've not once admitted to committing the crime, have you? What's more, I believe that you're telling me the truth. Seriously, Mr. Naruto, didn't you hear all of what I said before? I'm a born liar, fibs just trip off my tongue, and I'm a diver, don't forget. I pulled the wool over your eyes 2 months ago and got you into all sorts of trouble. Why would you ever trust me now? I just don't get it.
Gina, I do understand why you chose not to put your trust in others. But I assure you, there is more to this life than you yet realize.
What do you mean?
The world we live in is full of people you would do very well to trust. People who won't ever let you down.
It's true that I'm just a student of law, and I'm certainly lacking courtroom experience. But I can promise you this. Whatever happens, and until my very last breath, I am completely on your side. What? What do you expect me to say to that?
Then it's decided. I will take these papers now and carry out the necessary preparations for tomorrow's trial. It would be a shame to throw them away now after it's been penned with your name so beautifully.
Do what you like. I used to not that. I don't know what you are. I don't get you.
Fellas, is it gay to specifically comment on how somebody's name has been penned beautifully on the papers that you're going to use? Fellas? Susato, I know what you are!
Gina's taking herself off of the back of her cell. She's never admitted, but I hope she's feeling relieved. That turned out alright in the end, I think.
Whoever's hiding there, show yourself at once! Eavesdropping is the height of cowardice!
Miss Susato?
Somebody's there in the shadows. I can sense it. Somebody who wasn't there before.
What?
Blimey, you're sharp, eh?
Oh, Gregson. I suppose you're using one of those mystic Japanese arts, like the art of stealth I've heard so much about. If anyone's being stealthy, it was you, Inspector.
Graxie?
Oh, dear me, I'm most terribly sorry, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you.
How long have you been listening to our conversation?
Oh, good grief, listening in. No. I just got word that there were some visitors who were refusing to leave, even though it was after hours. I assure you, your ladyship, I only just arrived this very minute, not a moment earlier. That's all it is, nothing untoward, nothing at all. After hours? Is it that late already? So then, I'll excuse myself now, your ladyship. Ta-ta, toodaloo, cheerio, all the best, bye-bye and bye. That's a lot of farewells, and not one of them appropriate for her ladyship.
Oh, but I wanted to have a chat.
Terribly sorry, but time is pressing at the minute.
Oh, I see. That's a shame.
If I don't get this emergency at the Supreme Court dealt with, sharpest Lord Strongheart will...
Emergency?
Lord Strongheart? Nothing. Forget I said anything. Anyway, I'm off.
Alright, Graxie, if you have to. But let's chat soon.
Delighted, charmed, can't wait. If you please, my pleasure. That's a lot of pleasantries, and not one of them sounded sincere.
Rexy's so funny. He says such silly things.
It's certainly entertaining to see an inspector of the police falling to a 10-year-old girl. But anyway, I wonder what this emergency at the Supreme Court. What this emergency is at the Supreme Court.
I must attend the court clerk's office now before it closes.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Mrs. Sato.
Kindly escort Iris home now, Mr. Naruhodo. I shall meet you there later.
And so our investigation came to an end. Susato-san went to file the necessary papers for my defense of Gina the following day, and then it hit me. I could no longer suppress the wretched feeling that had been gnawing away at my insides. Tomorrow, Susato-san would be leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan.
The 16th of April, 11:13 p.m. Naruhodo's legal consultancy.
Mr. Naruhodo-san, it's been a very trying day, hasn't it? I do hope you're not too exhausted.
What about you, Susato-san? Today's been even more trying for you, I'm sure. Mr. Sholmes was shot before our eyes, Gina was arrested, all on the back of the news that her father's fallen ill and that she must return to Japan at once. I hope your father recovers soon.
Thank you for your kind words. I wonder why it is that so many thoughts rage in my head like a storm, and yet I seem unable to find the words to express any of them.
I know exactly what you mean.
Anyway, I have one final task to complete as your judicial assistant. Once that is done, I shall make preparations for my departure tomorrow.
One final task?
It's just 2 months since we arrived in London, but we've managed to establish this office. It was finally feeling as though we were settling in. I would be lying if I said I felt no regret.
I'm so sorry, Susato-san.
It's just so sudden. I really don't know what to think. I've had no time to gather my thoughts.
I know I've only been here a short time, but in my limited experience of the courtroom, I feel I've learned something.
And what would that be?
It seems to me there are many facets to people's personalities.
Facets?
And like a jewel, the light plays off them in complex patterns, illuminating their actions and their motives. But we see only a small number of the total facets, and what is illuminated is only part of the whole story. What lies in the shadows? What do those facets we cannot see look like? Perhaps there are some parts we'll never lay eyes on for as long as we live.
That's so true.
Sometimes it feels as though I'm blind to so much, but I keep hoping that one day it will all become clear. That all the facets will be illuminated, and I'll finally understand how everything fits together.
Naruhodo-san?
I suppose what matters is that we keep our eyes open and keep moving forward, even if the way sometimes seems dark.
It's amazing to think it's been just 2 months. You've grown so much.
Sorry? I've what?
Oh no, it was nothing. Unimportant.
Do you know what time you will leave London in the morning?
Yes, I picked up my ticket earlier. I shall be leaving here at 4 a.m.
I see. Well, I'll escort you to the station.
Absolutely not.
Sorry?
I'm sure you realize why I couldn't possibly let you do that. You have a very important day ahead of you tomorrow.
Gina's trial. Yes, I know, but...
Every word you utter will have the potential to determine Gina's fate. You must get as much rest as possible, even though, like me, I'm sure you will find it hard to sleep. But please, for me, do try.
You mentioned one final task a moment ago. What did you mean?
Oh my, I nearly forgot. Please, I want you to have this.
What is that? Some huge bundle of documents?
It's my notes from the case 2 months ago. The murder that was committed on the omnibus.
The McGilda case.
It seems to me that this case of Mr. Winnebake's murder, of which Gina is accused, is very much tied up in that omnibus case, in ways that are not completely apparent. That are not yet completely apparent. So I take the liberty of consolidating my writings about the case for you.
With everything else she's had to think about, Sasada-san still managed to do this, and all that he laid out for me in a beautiful handwriting.
It was my pleasure. I can only hope that it will bolster your case tomorrow for Gina.
Thank you so much, Sasada-san. I will do my best to use it wisely. You really are the best judicial assistant in the world.
Well, that's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry to say that I've been a complete failure.
Sorry? I didn't quite catch what you said there.
Oh, ignore me. I was just mumbling to myself.
McGill case notes have been entered into the court record. Notes collated by Mrs. Sato about the McGill case that we worked on 2 months ago.
Well, it's getting rather late. I think you should go to bed now, Mr. Naruhodo-san, or Naruhodo-san. I must finish packing up my things in my room.
Sasada-san,
I wish you the very best of luck tomorrow. Good night.
Wait! There's something I need to say. What was that?
A secret technique of mine, a Susato shutdown.
Shutdown?
Please, I implore you. If we have to voice our goodbyes, I won't be able to hold back my tears.
Sasada-san. It truly had been a trying day. On our feet for hours, getting Gina to open up to us, and learning the truth about that nemesis of a case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted, and yet the idea of sleep seemed impossible. But I forced myself to close my eyes, and as a cacophony of scenes of our lives here in London played through my mind, eventually, my fatigue triumphed, and I fell into a deep sleep.
Ugh, what a note to end it on. Oh, not yet. 17th of April, The Small Hours, St. Sinner's Hospital, Ward 3. I know there's a save point coming up because we're going into trial shortly. Like, I'm going to go until that save point. Yes, I quite understand. That is a great weight off my mind. Whomst? Oh.
Rest assured, I shall put everything in place exactly as we have discussed.
Thank you so much. Is this Susato? It's a high pitch.
It's been an honor and a pleasure to be acquainted with you, Mr. Sholmes.
On the contrary, the pleasure has been mine. I bid you farewell, and Godspeed. My dear madam.
There's the to be continued, okay. All right. I believe from here I am blind. No, I'm not blind. I remember some of the witnesses in this case. So no, we're not quite caught up yet. I just happened to forget the one thing I needed to do to get the investigation moving. But we're rapidly approaching where I'm going to be going in blind. So I hope you guys enjoyed today. Tomorrow we'll pick back up with the court scene itself. We'll be in the courtroom and establishing the facts and praying that we don't get bodied. I'm actually just gonna leave. Nope, I hit back thinking I could just show them at the fuck. Alright, you know what? Nope. Before anything starts up, stream end. We'll pick up with this narration tomorrow for the courtroom. Alright. Good night. Thank you for joining me, guys.